and tonight is my appraisal. Cause I'm a hooker selling songs and my pimp's a record label. This world is full of demon stocks and bonds and Bible traders. So I do the deed, get up and leave a climber and a sadist, yeah. Are you ready for the sequel? Ain't you ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the faithless. And if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up aces, aces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it. Friends are happy for me, or they're honeysuckle phonies. And they celebrate my medals, or they wanna take my trophies. Some are loyal soldiers, while these other thorns are rosy. And if you never know who you can trust, then trust me, you'll be lonely. Oh, are you ready for the sequel? Ain't you ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the faithless. And if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up aces, aces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it, I made it. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it, I made it. I see it, I want it, I take it, take it. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it. Mama, best believe it. Mama, best believe it. Think I must be dreaming, but awake and dreaming. Mama, best believe it. Mama, best believe it. Think I must be dreaming. Hey, look, ma, I made it.
Welcome to the show. What I was going to say is when you do, the best way to determine what kind of snobs you're around is play some fucking pop music. You play some pop music, and what happens? The assholes come out of the wood. It's not good music. That's not good music. It's not Coltrane. It's not sophisticated. Fuck you. It's pop music. Pop music means popular. Popular is good. Fuck you. That was Brendan Urie, Panic at the Disco. I know he's a troubled figure amongst the kids, but it's still a couple good songs on that album. There you go. So fuck off. Now, shut up, Ghetto God, you whore. That song was terrible. Wasn't? What would you rather hear? Don't fuck. I'll put on Rebecca Black's Friday, and I will not feel bad about it. I fucking like Rebecca Black's Friday. It's a good goddamn song. Anyway, welcome to the show. Today, there's no real topics. It's just a shoot the shit show. We'll see if that carries us through the afternoon. If it does, great. If not, we'll play some games, watch some trailers, shoot the shit. It's hot. I'm taking this goddamn thing off. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really have any topics lined up. I have some things we can jump to. If you want to call in to the show, you can do that by clicking. There should be a pinned link at the very top of the chat. In the YouTube or at the bottom. I think they've moved it to the bottom these days. All I ask is that you try not to be boring. A lot of times people will call into the show and they'll say, well, you know, I don't understand. What do you want to talk about, Jaffe? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about shit. You're the one who called me. So you got to have something to say. But short of that, man, we'd love to have you in here. Love to talk to you. Oh, how's your day going, folks? I just challenged Boogie, aka Francis. Well, I didn't. My alter ego did, to a Marvel Snap tournament in 2 weeks. He thinks he's really good at that game. He probably is better than I am, but you never fucking know. You never fucking know. So I'll be playing that. I like that game. I'm still playing Resident Evil 9. I'm almost to the end of that. I'm also almost, I'm not near almost to the end of Crimson Desert, but I am absolutely adoring it. I'm excited because, oh my God, I do want to remind you, Kratos says, as do I, protect trans kids. It's very important. But right now it's too hot to wear anything other than Mithkivith. Look, they announced today that the amazingly excellent, addictive, and fun game that was part of Next Fest a couple of weeks back, Windrose, is early access launching April 14th, the day after my birthday, which is a great gift. I played the shit out of Windrose. I adored it. I continue to adore it. And yes, I am very much looking forward to this game. What's really interesting is come next week, Sony apparently is going to be doing a state of play. And one of the rumors is that they're going to be showing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake. Too late, bitches. It's too fucking late. Who gives a shit? Because this is the pirate game of your dreams. It is absolutely what Ubisoft probably wanted Skull and Crossbones or whatever that thing is called to be. This game is so good and so addictive. It is there's crafting. You can build your pirate base. You can build up to a massive pirate ship. You can explore. The combat is really fun. The shooting is really fun. The exploration is really fun. It is delightful. And this goes into early access on PC on the 14th of this month. Yes, I will be getting it. And now I was very excited for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remaster, Remake, whatever the fuck they're going to call it. Unless they've done this kind of game, which is made by a much smaller team, I don't give a goddamn fuck. So this is exciting. This is exciting. I highly recommend giving this a shot if you've got yourself a PC, a Steam Deck, what have you. It's called Windrose, and they announced you can play the demo right now, actually. Jaffe says, Man Cave, Moore's Law is Dead literally just showed his updated PS6 prices. Do you want to link with the image? No. I mean, can't you just tell me? I'm assuming, didn't we already know they're going up? Didn't we already know that the PS6 prices are being raised? Let's see. Let's see. Is it called Moore's Law is Dead? Moore's Law is Dead, Twitter. All right, let's see what he says. Yeah, I don't want to watch your shit, buddy. Just show me what the price is. Show me the blueprints. Okay. Well, somebody just tell me what they're thinking it's going to cost. I don't want to look into all this stuff. Just what's he saying? What's he saying? Thank you, KP. We appreciate it. The game's called Windrose. Absolutely. KP Projections, thank you for the super chat. Owlcast and Alabaster Dawn, great indie games. Alcahest is a game that they showed on an indie showcase this morning along with Alabaster Dawn. There's no demo for Alcahest yet. So a lot of people are still, and I get it, they're being a little suspicious about it because they're not quite sure if it's going to be the next great first-person dungeon slasher. But it does look really good. Let me show it to you real quick while we're talking. Alcahest trailer YouTube. We'll put it up in the background while we're talking, pals. How about that? Let's see, 7 hours ago. This will do it. This will do it. A little dab will do you. Here you go. It looks great. It looks great. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. It looks pretty cool. I would like Windrose says, hey, Carlos, but I don't like survival games. Yeah, I don't, I mean, it is a defined survival game, right? I mean, do you have to, what does that even mean, right? You can play co-op, but I don't on that game, but you do build bases if you want. You can build boats. You have to collect things and craft things to advance. If that's a survival game, then yeah, you probably won't like it. But I'm not sure if that's what you mean. But it's got a lot more what seems to be handcrafted scenarios in it. It's very fun. It's very, very good. Roadkill says, hey, back off, pal. Everything in the world is going up in price, but when Sony does it, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's just the only issue. The only issue is that it is really the first time that we've seen Sony. Somebody put up a chart a couple of weeks ago that said that showed the Sony PlayStation prices historically by this point in the lifespan of the hardware, and they were like, dude, everything is just dropped precipitously. Except you've got the PS5 going up. And I mean, hey, thanks, Trump. What do you want? You guys voted for him, not me. But there you go. There you go. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad I already have one. I have no intention of buying a PS5 Pro. I might buy one for Grand Theft Auto, but I hope not, man. I hope not, man. I'd rather just play it on PC when it comes out. So we'll see. We'll see. So the PS6 Slim is going to be, okay, so we don't know. It's going to be between 350 to 550. Well, I don't know what that means at that point. Nobody knows what it's going to cost. It's not even close to coming out yet. People are just crazy. Yeah, I don't care. Buy it, don't buy it. There's so many great games to play. Even look, I just upgraded my phone and there's great fucking games to play on the phone. My argument to you, my delightful skedaddler friends, is this. If you actually think your gaming is limited by the hardware you have, and it is if you have no hardware. But there are great games on every system, including the Ouya. Not even fucking with you. One of the best games ever made, multiplayer couch co-op or combat was Towerfall, which was an Ouya exclusive. So, just shit up. Just shit up. I'm tired of hearing about it. Just make some fucking games, play some fucking games. Wayne B says, did you see Paul Tassi said Marathon cost 200 to 500, 250 million? Said it was a flop. At least you can agree financial. No. Yeah. I mean, my guess is that if that's the price, especially since they're not, I know they have things you can buy, but it stands to reason that we have the data that yes, it is a flop. 100%. But I don't really know that. I have no idea. K-Nub says, I'm going to wait and play PS6 to play GTA 6 at this point, unless base runs okay. Yeah. I mean, again, all I can tell you guys is, and not everybody has what I have. They don't have the ability to acquire what I have in regards to where I'm located in the country. So streaming's not for everyone, but I can just tell you that now I am streaming games anytime I can. I'd much rather stream games. I've said this ad nauseum on GeForce Now. Hearing people bicker about, I want this piece of hardware and look, it has better path tracing than the PS5 Pro and all. I'm just like, dude, stream the shit. Get over your fucking selves and stream the fucking shit, or at least if you can. Now, not everybody can, but if you can, if you live in an area where you can, stream it, turn up the knobs to the goddamn heavens, and you will be like, oh my God, can you believe people are bitching about all this stupid shit? Yeah, this has 2.3% higher frame rate than this particular console box. Shut up. Shut up. I've said it before. It's like you're arguing over the Toyota Corolla being faster than the Honda Civic. It's like, dude, we're out here driving Ferraris, okay? So enjoy your, nothing wrong with the Toyota Corolla. It's my favorite car. But, but I will say this to Roadkill, because I saw a thread recently on NeoGAF, and no one is going to believe me, and that's fine. I really hope Gene Park has the time and energy to write an article on this, because he saw the light and he and I talked about it. And he's just like, dude, it's amazing. Streaming your games is fucking amazing. And he didn't believe me. And this NeoGAF thread was the same old shit from people who have never tried it. They've never done it. And they're like, well, there's always going to be latency with streaming. You can't deny it. It's just a fact of physics. You know what's also a fact of physics? This controller that's wired has latency. Your wireless controller has latency. It's not noticeable if you have decent, not amazing, decent internet and don't live too far away from a data center. Am I tired of hearing yeah, I am. I really am, because it's just bullshit. And you know what? I thought better of you gamers, not you in the audience. You're the smartest audience in the goddamn environment. But I thought better of gamers. I thought they were open-minded people that liked technology, that wanted to try new things. And I'll tell you, they're just as batshit crazy as my parents were when we first got our first ATM machine in Alabama. And they're like, we're not going to go into the bank. I mean, we're not going to not go into the bank. We're not going to have our money go through a machine. That's crazy. That's dangerous. It's like, guys, the games play better if you have a good streaming service and you're close to a data center. They just do, man. They just do. I don't know what to tell you. I play Xbox Cloud, and I don't like Xbox Cloud as much as GeForce, but for whatever it's worth. Windy Tune says, I played on my old ass Samsung TV with Wi-Fi and Killer Instinct plays close to native. Yeah, and you're playing on Wi-Fi. That's what I'm fucking saying. Jaffe says PK must have gotten attacked by the Twitter Sony boys who attack everyone who doesn't think play. I'm so fucking tired of fans like that. They, you know what? They don't deserve to fucking be fans. They don't fucking deserve to be fucking fans. They need to be like, shut up. That people need to be like that to them. Arathizzle, you're just wrong, dude. You're just fucking wrong. I know you're a smart AI guy, but you're wrong. He says, yes, but you are in control of the latency in that case. No routing, no compression, no bumps, no drops, no artifact. Why are you playing games? Are you playing games because you want to have the Digital Foundry guys give you an attaboy or a pat on the head? Or are you playing games to have fun? Yes, there may, okay, I will grant you, from time to time, you may get a tiny little artifact 2% of the time. Okay, but you know what else I get? 100% of the time? Some of the best fucking looking video games out there that anyone is playing. Better than anybody who has it on a console. But there might be an artifact. Yeah, there might be. Why are you playing the game? Again, if you're like a tech head, and I know you are because you're a programmer, I get it. But for Gen Pop, this is good. This is good. Arathizzle says, yes, hardware is a part of it. Technology matters a lot to me. I love that part. Right. I get that. If that is your kind of hobbyist kink, I'm in. I get it. Right. That's a different thing. But we're not talking, we're talking about big companies, NVIDIA, Sony, Xbox, Activision, whatever, Xbox. We're not talking about aficionado tinkerers that read, what is it, like Tom's Guide or whatever that fucking thing, and they're makers and hackers. We're talking about just, general gamers. It's kind of crazy, is what I would say. There is latency, says Maddie, between your eyes and how fast your brain can react. Yeah, it's like 0.00008 seconds, but you're right, there is. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. You tried to contact me on Discord. What's your name on Discord? I don't think I've ever seen a name that says Chikor or something. Come on now. All right. What else are we talking about today, boys? What else we want to talk about? I don't mean to be all full of piss and vinegar. But I am. Oh, see, different thing, baby. Different thing. See, Ready Sheets Metal says cloud gaming, I'm sure it's fine, but it never worked well where I'm at. I get that. Cloud gaming, if you don't have the right setup, is a nightmare. Stay far, far, far away from it. 100%. 100%. Is Taylor Swift slander allowed in the chat? I mean, slander means you're lying, so I would prefer you don't lie. Were you pissed Sony chose TM3 to cameo and Big Daddy over TM1 or 2? I know, because it wasn't like they were promoting the brand and that was the newest game. And TM3, I think, sold better than TM2, but it did so because TM2 was such a good game and such a beloved game. And then after TM3 let a lot of people down, TM4, which was better than TM3, did not sell very well because the brand had gotten a little, sullied a bit, is what I would say. Valor Mortis and Thick as Sieve, says KP. Check the games out. I did see some of those. Yeah, there's just so many games that I looked over on the Steam page, and I was just kind of like going, I'll wait for demos. But yeah, they do look good. Listen to this. Maddie M says, I remember people complaining about wireless controllers at first because of latency. I don't remember that, but yeah, it absolutely tracks. It absolutely tracks with these kinds of people. Not like I said, Arathizzle gets a pass. He gets a pass. Because he's like, no, he just openly admits it. He's like, I like the tech. I like the hardware. I like obsessing over frame rate. That is awesome. That is fucking awesome. But that's not the audience we're talking about. Those guys, yeah, go with God, man. Enjoy the shit out of that. Okay, I play games on Steam, says Coffee Time, just for my own enjoyment. Well, yeah, why else would you play games? Have you played Where Winds Meet? I don't know. Wasn't that a game that? Yeah, that's kind of like the MMO, right? No, I have not. Will the Harry Potter TV series do well? The woke and anti-woke crowd are both hating on it. If it's good, it'll do well, I think. I think Harry Potter is a big enough brand that a lot of people will tune into it just sort of out of curiosity and then go, is it good or not? You can hate on it all you want, but if it's a good show with a brand that big, people will tune in and watch at least the first few episodes. And if it's good, they'll keep watching. I'm going to bring on Gary Turbo in just a second. In fact, Gary Turbo, I'm going to bring you on right now, and then I'm going to let you take over the show for about 1 minute while I go turn on the AC because it's hot as a goddamn skillet in here. Gary Turbo, how are you, pal?
Oh, doing good.
Are you got your camera on, or we just listen to your goddamn voice today? What's happening, sir? Gary C?
Oh yeah, I gotta talk about this new
Are you going to turn
leadership on the Xbox.
Are we going to turn on your camera? Are we turning on your camera, baby?
No, not really.
No, not really. That's I don't know if you even heard the question. Gary Turbo, I'll be right back. Talk to the audience and we'll talk about Xbox. I'll be right back. I got to turn on the AC.
All right. Harry Potter show is doomed. Their casting for characters is so messed up. It's crazy. Wasn't that girl on Harry Potter is already black? The they said that the what her name starts with an M. Emma, what her name?
You
Emma
talking
Watson?
to me because I just got back. What do you want to talk about, buddy?
Oh,
Gary.
the new leadership from Xbox is kind of crazy though, because they're thinking about putting ads in the Game Pass, but me,
Not for all the tiers though, right? Just if you have that tier.
Yeah, I prefer the free one gets the ad, so that way those who already pay for it would definitely get what do they call it?
So what I love, Gary, can I tell you what I love about you, Gary?
Yep.
I love that you called in with all this thought through and really prepared for what you wanted to talk about. Thank you for that, buddy.
That's cool.
That means a lot to me.
About the Xbox.
Oh yeah.
They actually
preach.
Yeah, it's kind of okay. They got this new person named Asha Sharma.
Yeah, the lady who's the new head of Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's hot. She's a good-looking woman, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her on the screen right now. Keep going though. Keep talking.
But the thing is, it's really surprising that she never really had a background in gaming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But even though it's not her job even though like she doesn't have to play games or actually have to like visiting the actually visit studios. I mean, studios are like the what's the name? The guy that's his job.
Phil Spencer.
But actually playing games and in the studios shows that she's actually taking this seriously.
Okay, I don't understand. Are you excited about her, or you have a problem with her?
No, I don't have a problem with it as long as she fixes the issues that Satya Nadella caused.
Well, what is it? Who? Let me ask you this, and I don't mean this about what you're saying. I'm like, why should we care? Let's say she comes and shits the bed, or let's say Sony comes and shits the bed, right? Who cares? There's always somebody else making cool shit. Just buy that shit. Like, why do you guys care so much? Why don't you care about the games more than the hardware, I guess, is my question. Talk to me about that, Gary Turbo. Educate me on that, sir.
Well, they're trying to get you to buy their hardware.
Oh, I know what their goal is, but I'm asking you, why do you care what they want? Why don't you just focus on the games, play the games you want? Why was it work? Who gives a shit about the hardware?
The whole purpose is like, there are like Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. He kind of
I know who he is.
ruined the platform.
He's trying to do what?
He actually ruined the platform. Like he's the reason why Game Pass is so expensive. The consoles were so expensive.
Okay, but he's the reason his consoles might be so expensive, right? But he's not the reason Sony's winning. Sony doesn't have to raise their prices for Xbox, right?
But the point is,
yes.
Now Satya isn't even touching the Xbox today. Like she's basically going out doing that on her own.
Oh, you don't think she checks in with the man ever? She does exactly what she wants.
First of all, he kind of ruined Xbox.
What if we called her, instead of a woman, we called her like a why man, like she's whining and crying? What do you think about that I just said? Because she's a woman.
Okay.
And so they cry a lot, right?
Yeah, sure.
You know what, baby? You know I love you, but I don't know what the fuck you're worried about. What game are you playing right now? What are you playing right now on your computer hole?
Right now I'm doing like gender AI. Right now I'm doing like the 2 Butler chatbot.
No. What game are you playing?
I ain't playing any games right now.
Well, why don't you play games? I thought you like. Why do you care what happens at Xbox if you're not even playing games right now? There's great games out right now.
I don't know. I just like using chatbot sometimes.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have a penis? Because I have a penis. Do you have one?
Yeah.
It's good, huh, to have a penis. Yeah. I like mine. Gary Turbo, I love you with all my heart and soul, buddy. Thank you so much for calling in. Always nice to talk to you, sir. Be well. Be safe out there.
All
right, Gary. Bye, buddy. I like Gary. He's a good egg. There she is. I think she's a pretty lady. She's young, but that's kind of cool too. We need younger people in some of these leadership positions. All right. I'm playing Planet Coaster 2. There you go. See, it just came to Game Pass. There you go. That's the one where you can make. See, I tried to play Planet Coaster 2. Oh, Gary will call again. Eternal Harmony. He calls all the time. I love Gary Turbo. But I tried to play Planet Coaster 2, and I got into this one thing where the track layout kind of, I don't know if it was a bug or what, and I just was like, fuck it, I'm done. But I've seen some people make some amazing dark rides and stuff, which are my favorite things at the theme park. So yeah, I'm glad you're playing it. More people should play it. It's really well done. I'm still on Crimson Desert, says Matthew, and went back to the Mass Effect. Yeah, I'm still on Crimson Desert too. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Can we bring in Jerry Overdrive next? I'll see what I can do. There's Eternals. What's Embers Arcade? Sorry, Embers Arcade says, well, why do you stream? Because I like it and it's fun. I don't understand your question. Okay, let's see what else we got. What other news is happening? I got some stuff lined up. I'm not going to leave you fucking hanging. Like this, Chris Raygun put out a great tweet. He says, whoever convinced them to give an audio podcast to a man who sounds like blenders falling downstairs is a comedic fucking genius. It is not untrue. Here you go. Here's good old RFK Jr. announcing he has a own podcast.
For decades now, Americans have been told that we should trust the system, but our children are sicker, chronic diseases exploding, and the answers that we've been given aren't working. Many of us have come to the conclusion that government actually lies to us.
Okay, first off, a lot of the solutions are working. A lot of the solutions are working fine. I'll keep my vaccines, please. I got the COVID shot. I got all the boosters and I'm still here, and I actually know people who died from it. But continue, RFK. You and the government, Trump, the No New Wars guy, the guy you work for, then we're in a war right now. Yeah, I can't imagine where we would have gotten the idea the government lies, but please continue.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS secretary. This podcast is about telling the truth, especially when it's uncomfortable. I'm going to have fearless conversations with critical thinkers.
Why don't you maybe, I don't know, do your fucking job? Who has time to do a goddamn podcast if you're fucking the head of Health and Human Services? Don't we want these people to... You know what? Think about that for a minute. One of the most important jobs in the American government, that guy should be crunching more than the GTA 6 team right now. And instead, he's got time to sit down and do a goddamn podcast. I understand.
Including independent doctors, respected scientists, and leaders in medical innovation and research. I'm going to ask the questions and lift the taboos and expose the hypocrisy and the conflicts and the corruption. We're going to follow the evidence wherever it leads. And we're going to name the names of the forces that obstruct the path to public health. This isn't going to be about politics. It's about our families, it's about our children, and it's about confronting the spiritual malaise and embracing the truth. If we want a healthy nation, we have to confront the lies that have made us spiritually, morally, and physically.
No, if you want a healthy nation, you have to basically stop dealing with the agricultural lobbies and the candy company lobbies and the food lobbies and the lobbyists that basically keep you in office and allow us to be sick because of that. And I know he says some of that stuff, but don't act like it's because of the goddamn doctors and the goddamn scientists. Come on, man. Why don't you get rid of all this crap in our foods? How about we do that first? Anyway.
The time for half measures is now over. We're launching a new era of radical transparency in government here at HHS. I hope you'll join us in our mission to make America healthy again.
Okay, well, that was great. Jaffe, I was watching, says Alex, the news today. Trump military spokesman said Iran was begging for a peace treaty. Great, man. That's awesome. We won. I guess we'll have all of our troops out of there and out of harm's way within a couple of months, maybe, if we're lucky. All right, what else we got? What else we got, boys? What else is on the old, he does sound like Bane, PK, he kind of does. Perhaps you shouldn't do these conversations in public. Experts disagree all the time, and the public at large shouldn't be a part of that push and pull. That's what Arathizel's saying to RFK. I don't know why he's doing it. What's the point? Maybe he's preparing. He wants to run for president again. I couldn't tell you. I do not know. But I can tell you that I'm not a mega fan of the guy. I think he's a moron. I always like when NeoGaf does their show us your gaming setup. Some people got really amazing gaming setups. Let's see. Not this guy. I don't know, though. Even if I had all the room in the world and money was like zero object ever and never to be an object again, I still don't know if I'd want to commit to one of these fancy pants things. They just seem like a lot of shit you got to dust and stuff. You know, I don't like dusting. I like the screensaver on that or whatever. Let's see who's got a nice one. Stop making long shelf lives. Stop allowing box stores making their own pricing. What? Wings of Redemption? What are you talking about, Wings of Redemption? Get in here. Call in, Wings. Come on. I'm dying on the vine, baby. I'm dying on the vine. Wing says, he says, where'd it go? Wing says, look, man, I'm going to go with maybe the fact we don't need strawberries year round. Yeah, well, sure. I mean, sure, but good luck getting them. I mean, the strawberry lobby is a bunch of son of a bitches. They're from the old country, man. They will cut your fucking throat as sure as they'll contribute to your fucking campaign, is what I would fucking say. Stop making long shelf lives. Stop allowing box stores making their own. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that because you put all that crap in the food. And you and me are both fat fucks, man. So we know, I mean, hell, if we're both complaining about it, if we're both saying, you know, we'd like healthier food, because that's the thing, man. I read a book. What the hell is happening now? What the fuck is happening now? Hang on. Oh, that's Wings. Hey, can you call in on the number on the actual stream though? Because I'm not on Discord. I'm on this other thing. So there's a link at the top of the YouTube chat. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me? Hey, Wings, if you're watching, I can hear you. You can't hear me, but there should be a pinned link to call in. It's a different thing you click at the bottom of the thing of the YouTube chat, because I can't do it on Discord with this particular setup. So he's going to call in there. Jaffe has a long history battling the strawberry lobbyists. No, I know. They're sons of bitches. What do you want from me? Matthew, that's how you call in. That's how you call in. Well, so anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I read this book called The End of Overeating, and you know, it was about a guy who worked at he was a food chef for Panda Express, and he the whole time said, you know, we get paid to find things to put in the food to make them fucking addictive as fuck. Hey, Matthew.
How's it going?
It's going well. May I? Would you have a quick question or a bit of a long question? Because it depends on what I'm going to say next out of my mouth hole.
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is I have a much bigger name than you on the other line. I should probably bring him in first, but if you've got a quick question, I'll get it. But if you want to have a deeper conversation, which I'm happy to do, I'll need to do it after I get Wings Redemption, because he's a bigger name than you and me. He's opening up, I think, for Olivia Rodrigo next week. What do you think of that I just said, Matthew?
No problem. I'll be quick.
All right, go.
Just I don't want to talk about the politics or the wokeness or anything like that.
Whatever you want to talk about.
GTA 6 is coming out this November, right?
Yeah.
And all the hype around the game, supposedly, yeah. All the hype around the game, I just really can't bring myself to be as hyped for GTA 6 as I was for, say, Grand Theft Auto 4 and even the DLCs for that game, and then even GTA 5 when I was in high school.
Because to me, older?
Yes and no. I think one of the reasons is because it's just the way they used to make the games, I think is better than what they're doing now. Even though graphics have gone leaps and bounds, the games look way better. Many things are better, but a lot of things are worse too. Okay. As in, number one, okay, yeah, we don't get the full game on release. We're always waiting for patch. And then number two.
Well, okay, but well, hang on. I'm gonna bring on Wings so he can comment on this if he wants. But Matthew, you're on with me now in Wings. But I know Wings, you've got something else you want to talk about. But so Matthew, you're saying though, I mean, let's just take the patches for a minute. So okay, I get it. You don't have to wait for a patch, but like certainly, I like the fact that games get better over time. You're saying, I mean, if they didn't do that, like I'll give you a great example. We put out Twisted Metal 2012. And I wish it was in the era of it is now, where you can put a game out like Crimson Desert that within a week it's 30% better because of patches. But we couldn't do that on some of the games I had that were online, and we didn't have that freedom. I wish we could have patched a bunch of my old games.
Of course. I just think, like, see, for Crimson Desert, and I've been playing the game and I've been loving it, having a really good time. I just really think that if it wasn't for, say, I don't know, the investors, the people that are banking on these devs to put the game out at this certain time, it needs to be out by this date, then these patches that we're getting now might have been in the game before the full release.
Sure, but first off, if we're talking specifically Crimson Desert, it was like a week, less than a week, and you had the patch. But beyond that, the investors and the publishers are the ones who are paying for the game to be made. If you were paying for a game to be made, would you accept the team continually say, no, we want more time, more time, more time? It's a balance.
Yeah, okay, right? I can see that argument. And then I'll let you get to your conversation with a big boss here. I just want to say,
I kind of want to jump in on this.
Yeah, Wing's got a thought for you. Go ahead.
I'm with fucking Matthew on this one. Like, a lot of the developers use that extra time beyond the street date to help finish the game, and it's more that than it is like, oh, let's just make the game better. We're giving you a finished product, but we can make the finished product better, is what you're saying. Whereas you're also saying that the people that are producing the game should have complete 100% control of when they want the game to be released and stuff like that. And I understand they're putting the money forth. They should have the targeted street date, but they also should keep up where the game is. It's one thing if the developer's just not making any progress and he's like in, animating stages and stuff like that, and just constantly needing more money and having to reinvest in the project, whatever it might be, and need more time. It's another thing is if they're being crunched all the way up to the street date and still need more time to finish the game after the fact, just so you can make money and hit a targeted date like Christmas or right before Christmas or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I mean, all I would say to that, though, is at a sort of ideal world, I would agree with you, but the audience has shown time and time and time again that they're okay with this. You may not like it, but ultimately what it does is it lets the games be a little bit better, a little bit more ambitious, even if you are working up for a day one patch. I get in the chat, Prince Green says we paid for a finished product, but you really didn't. At this point, you know what you're getting, and you know the companies that do this more than others. And as importantly, if you look at the terms of service, you didn't pay for a finished product. So if that was really as important as people were making, they'd stop buying games. I know Wings bought Battlefield 6. I know Wings bought the last Call of Duty. And I know good and goddamn well they've patched both those games, both publicly and behind the scenes, numerous times.
Well, I'm an exception to this rule. I was in the Battlefield Alpha, so I got to see the game going up through it. When I was playing Battlefield 6, when like the skins weren't properly on the frames of the characters and stuff like that. And I was gonna put this point out there, like, what about games that do it like Larian, where like they put Baldur's Gate 3 out as like a alpha and let people play through Act 1 over and over again, and it made major changes in how they developed the game itself.
Love early access. I adore it. I mean, but ultimately, again, it's all just kind of a what's the word? It's all just sort of a it's marketing, because early access is still a game you have to pay for, and it's not ready. So what it maybe sounds like to you guys is if they were just honest about it, you would be happier. And I get that. And I don't think Sony or Microsoft would probably do it quicker, Wings, but I don't think Sony, because they're into that whole walled garden thing like Apple and everything just works, blah, blah, blah. I don't think they're going to go with early access, but I think if you play on PC, yeah, it's exactly what you're talking about. Larian did exactly that, and it was great. More games should do it.
I would say it made a better game because they went different routes.
Absolutely.
Can I
go ahead? Yeah, go ahead, Matty. Go ahead, Matthew.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, I wanted to let you finish your thought, because there was just one more other point that I wanted to bring up, and it had to do specifically with from San Andreas to like GTA 4 to GTA 5.
Yes.
I think that game developers will take features that we loved from previous games. So say like in San Andreas with the girlfriends, the different fighting styles, all the different things that you could do, the turf wars, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they will take features out, right, for the next game. So that way in the follow-up game, so like the next game, they can bring that feature back and be like, oh, look at this, and make it look like a new feature. Like, I really don't think the combat was good at all in GTA 5. I did not like the combat, the hand-to-hand combat in GTA 5. I didn't like it at all. When you played as Nico in GTA 4, you could learn different fighting styles. You can kick people, and then when you would fight somebody on the street, they weren't immediately dead right when you punched them in the face or whatever. Like in GTA 5, like in GTA 4, you could knock somebody out on the street if they started to fight with you. You started to fight with them, right? And they would be on the ground like moaning and groaning, like still moving around and squirming. And the ambulance could come by, patch them up, and the dude would get back and walk away. Whereas in GTA 5, you could just run up behind someone as Franklin, and he does his little punch to the back of the head, and they're immediately dead. So and that's only one example.
Wait, you mean in GTA? I thought Franklin was in GTA 4.
No,
I mean, San Andreas.
GTA 5. No, that's CJ.
CJ. Okay.
Yeah. Same hood though. But all I'm saying is, they'll take features that were loved by the players in older games and then remove those from newer games, right? Yeah. And then bring it back in follow-up games to make it look like a new feature.
The only thing I would push back on that. The only thing I would push back on that is don't tell me I'm racist. He said San Andreas, so I was thinking about GTA 4. You fucks. San Andreas is not 4, but it came before 4, so I assumed he was talking about that era. Shut up, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, GTA 4, Nico Bellic, Liberty City.
Yeah. Now, but the only thing I would push back on is the motivation. I'm not saying there aren't some nefarious people out there, maybe in marketing or this or that or the other, that do exactly what you're saying. But I've never heard of that. We never did that when I was at Sony. It was a very different time, of course. But do you have any evidence they do that, or do you think they're doing it for other reasons? There's a lot of reasons in game development. They could have simplified the fighting because it hurt the pace of that game, because they felt that they wanted the narrative to go faster.
Can I put a suggestion on this?
Oh, you guys do not have to ask to speak, Wings. Come on now.
It sounds like resource allocation problems. Like, like there's all kinds of like back end data that developers get, and they've looked how players have played their game, and they'd be like, well, most players don't interact with this feature of the game. And if we take this feature out, this gives more resources for other things to make the world run smoother and stuff like that. And that could be that. And
that does happen a lot more.
And later on, they could have been like, well, we figured out how to make the world run smoother and put this feature back in the game. And we could like put it as like a legacy feature and like kind of hype it up, because marketing is just what it is. It's marketing. You're trying to get people to buy your product.
I see that.
And the other thing I wanted to just touch on real quick is your idea of not being as hyped. I mean, it may very well be because the product doesn't excite you as much because you've been disappointed.
I was just saying personally. That's just personally.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. I think hype is, I have found the older you get, the more you maybe in a different way appreciate something you discover that you love. But I don't really get hyped for anything anymore. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited that this pirate game is coming out April 14th in early access. I'm excited there's a new Dave the Diver coming out this year because I love that game, but I'm not like hyped about it. I haven't been like, oh my God, I can't sleep the night before until I was kind of like you said, and since I was in high school.
Okay, yeah, it's been a long time for me too. But for Crimson Desert, I was actually waiting for that game back when they announced that it was supposed to be an MMO. And I was into it then. So the fact that I waited this long, this is probably the first game I've been hyped for in years. But back to the
do you like it? Because I fucking love it. Wings, I don't know if you've played it.
I'll be quick. I'm loving it. It's just some things are very, very, very frustrating. Like for instance, today I'm in chapter 7, and I was on the quest where you get to pay Loon for the first time, and after you've already unlocked Unga and you're finding the rest of your crew, there's this eavesdropping mission where you need to go eavesdrop on a bunch of different people. Number one, it doesn't tell you that. Number two, it just says you need to eavesdrop on the first group of people, and where kind of like the X's on the map, it doesn't really say that that's not where you should stand.
That game does suffer from communication. It's so big, they probably just didn't have time to properly test it and play it enough to go, oh, we need to explain these systems. But I'm with you. All right, Maddie, buddy, always very, very nice to talk to you. Actually, I think it's the first time calling. I could be wrong, but either way, I love talking to you. Please call back again. Good to talk to you, buddy.
Nice. Thank you for having me.
All right. See you, bud.
Maddie had a lot of questions about like GTA, and like I'm not a huge GTA fan. I'm not a huge Rockstar fan, but here's one thing I'll never say bad about Rockstar. They know what the hell they're doing when it comes to game development. I mean, they got 2 games on the top 10 games sold all time. They also have Rockstar San Diego, which Rockstar San Diego had the biggest gaming like accomplishment in my opinion, which
they took did Red Dead or something. Red Dead Online.
No, they did Resident Evil 2 on the 64. They used to be a company called Angel Studios, and they got bought by Rockstar. And they turned into Rockstar San Diego.
I did not. Oh, right. They did one of the racing Midnight Club games or something, right?
Yeah.
Or Smuggler's Run or one of those things.
They took Resident Evil 2, which was like this 1.4 gig game that was on the PlayStation 1, and they took it to a 64 cartridge. I don't know how big the cartridge was. I think it was like 256 megabytes or something like that.
Right.
So their compression ratio, and then they added to it. They added more content other than just the zapping features and the two games existing on top of each other. So you got everything. You lost nothing. It was like one of the biggest like technical marvels in gaming. So like,
are you playing? I know you're saying you're not a big GTA guy, but are you playing either Resident Evil 9? Have you played that?
Yeah, I played it and beat it, but like it's one of those games that I don't feel like it has a whole lot of like afterlife with it. Like it doesn't drag you back in. Let's play it again.
A lot of people have played it again, but I'm with you 100%. I thought Silent Hill F was a much more satisfying, darker, disturbing horror game. I think the fun of Resident Evil 9 and the production is insanely good. It's like a great fast food meal or a great dumb Michael Bay summer movie, but you're right. I don't think it sticks to the bones.
So, I got to ask you this. Like, what do you think about Silent Hill? Like, the Japanese developers are all perverts. And, like, Silent Hill is almost always a sexual allegory for, like, some type of, like, inadequacy in the female, right?
Well, the only ones I've played to completion are the 2 remake, which really wasn't about that unless you would consider cancer an inadequacy.
Well, like, there's, like, the daddy thing, which is, like, a penetration, like, rape sex.
Oh, you mean the other character, the girl in the, yeah.
Well, yeah, like, they have a lot of sexual innuendos in Silent Hill. Almost the entire thing is about sexual trauma from like Silent Hill 1 all the way up to Silent Hill F, which like there's whole videos that go into it.
F, I would agree with. 2 is about sexual trauma other than the dad and the daughter sort of sub story. James's story is not about sexual trauma.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but there's entire videos you can go into it.
But it is absolutely, you're right. Those games are deeper, more disturbing, more thought provoking. And I don't think Resident Evil 9 cares about that. I don't think they're trying to be that. They're trying to be the Fast and the Furious of horror games. And I think
they're trying to be Fast 9, but still kind of appeal to the older audience.
Yeah, and I loved it. What about Crimson Desert? You playing that?
No, I won't touch that.
Why?
It looks trash. Like it looks like your standard bog of the mill like Ubisoft open world. Like it does, and like it I think it suffers from the power creep from just looking at other people playing it. Like I haven't touched a game called Tainted Grail because I've heard the power creep is outrageous.
I played that. It was great. I didn't finish it, but I played it.
Right, but I've heard from people like midway into the game to the end of the game is just one-shotting people the rest of the way through. Like they didn't balance the game whatsoever for challenge.
Okay.
And like Crimson Desert, one of the big complaints is like the open world's easy and then you run into a sponge. Like there'll be a boss that takes 10 minutes to like chop down.
Yeah, I had that experience. I did have that experience. But to me, what's great about it is not the combat. It's the exploration. The world is so big and interesting, unlike Ubisoft, where you're basically following checkpoints to checkpoints and waypoints to waypoints. This feels more like when you explore a good 90% of the time. If you're like, hey, I wonder what's up there. Not only can you get there, but it's like, shit, that's neat. Right? I found a fucking pirate ship the other night. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Fucking pirate ship in this fucking game. It's cool.
See, as being a consumer, which I technically I'm not a consumer. I'm technically still a content creator. That kind of thing. I'm old and washed up. I can wait for it to go on sale. That's the biggest issue with this game. Like, I get it might not be a $70 thing for me, but it might be a $30.
Right. What about what this Matthew guy just said about being hyped? Do you ever get hyped? Because I know you're a big shooter guy. Is there anything that gets you hyped about in games?
I hate shooters.
Okay, you're just playing them because it's your channel.
I paid my house off because I was good at them.
Okay, so then what do you like to play the most? What's your favorite genre?
Oh, From Software.
Yeah.
Eternal Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Sekiro.
Yes.
Like I love From Software. That's my favorite developer, From Software.
I agree.
If I'm not messing with From Software, I go into like the RPG spectrum, Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy. Like I love those games because like when me and my brother were younger, I've talked about this before, we needed games with meat on their bones, right? We didn't get a whole lot of games. We got 2 games a year. If not, we had to like cut grass and shit to go get a game.
Yeah. And
we wanted a game we either can play together or a game that we could sit down and watch each other play with a story.
right?
that had a
Which
lot
is
of meat.
RPGs, right? I
Right.
mean, that's
And
exactly.
that's where I came from. And I got good at first person shooters just because all my friends were playing them. And I'm a little autistic when it comes to games. I don't really micromanage, but like I want to do the best. I want to like clean up the movement. I want to make sure my movement is good as possible. I want nothing wasted.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I've seen you play, especially compared to me. I'm exactly the opposite. So that's great. No, I get that. Let me do this. Let me get these super chats and see if anyone had any questions. And I want to hear about RFK from you. Sly Guy, thank you for the super chat. I would love to call in. There are a lot of things I would love to talk to you about, but sadly I'm at work. And if I was at home, my PC took a crap. I can fix it when I get my taxes. Would love to have you call in whenever. Best show in the Jaffe verse, says K-Nubs. Thank you, buddy. I don't disagree. I don't goddamn disagree. We appreciate that. Let me see the other chat real quick. And let's just see if you guys have anything before Wings and I get into the political discussion. Oh my God, there's a lot. I hope I don't miss anything.
Well, I want to comment on something.
Yes, please.
Somebody said like I'm a silent born knight. I loved Resident Evil for the longest time. I still buy Resident Evil and Final Fantasy just strictly off legacy. But like I'm really a Resident Evil like fixed camera angle, like pre-render background Resident Evil guy, like 1 through 3 and like Code Veronica. That's where I was happy at. Yeah. Well, I understand that doesn't sell as well as they want them to sell and how much money they have invested. But like with Final Fantasy, like I grew up on 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like to me, that was the heyday of Final Fantasy where they had that active turn battle and like it was almost turn time. Like, and now they have like 16, which is like Devil May Cry had a baby with Final Fantasy.
Right. What's the game you were just not before you what's the fucking Expedition 33? What did you think of that as an RPG?
I like the concept of it, but I didn't get really far into it because it doesn't allow me to do what I want to do with RPGs, which is turn my brain off. Because like you got to actively parry and dodge every attack.
Right. So you can't just grind and zone out.
It's too much of like it feels like Final Fantasy, but it has a little FromSoft flair. And for me, I can see why people like it, but for me, it was a little too much crossover, and I couldn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Anna G says, thank you for the super chat, buddy, and for modding. Glad to see Pepsi Pimp made it. You goddamn right, Anna G.
I also say this. I don't like French and Russian environments.
Is it because of the women?
No, I just don't like that. Like anytime somebody goes to Paris or like the story is centered in Russia somewhere and everything is in Russian. I don't know why there's so many games that have Russian background drops on them.
Well, I guess because it's all the developers these days.
Yeah.
Are Eastern European, right?
Right, but you got like there's the Metro, there's like Atomic Hearts, what's some other Russian games that just have Russian in them.
Yeah, the new one from Atomic Hearts, that team is coming out in a couple weeks. That's the one with the cube that spins and it changes the level. Mm-hmm. It's a competitive shooter. That sounds amazing.
That's not the team of Atomic Hearts. That's the team of Returnal.
No. You're thinking of Saurus. No, this is the publisher, and it's in the Atomic Hearts world. And it's not Cube, whatever, Save Us, that was just canceled. This is a new one coming out pretty soon. Somebody was recommending, and I don't disagree with these guys. If you like those older Resident Evil games, have you heard of
Tormented Souls?
Yeah, they just put the sequel out, which was better than the first one. Really good, beautiful.
I like Tormented Souls. I did.
Cool. Yeah, that's very similar. Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry, this chat's a little goofy. All right. So let's talk about the RFK. What were you going to say about the food stuff?
I'm a little left wing with this kind of shit, but like I've always thought about this as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I think that we don't need tomatoes and strawberries year round. Like this, like the amount of diesel and like resources we waste shipping things in from like Peru and other places.
Okay.
Like make it so like they're just like in season. All right, tomatoes are in season. We have tomatoes now at the grocery store. And the reason I say this is because everything is so plastic nowadays. Everything is either in a container, it's got a huge amount of
I see. Yeah.
And it's like how do you make a strawberry last a week at sea and then come in and be fresh at my Food Lion?
Yeah, I guess you got to pump it with a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah, and it's like then it's got to survive bugs, it's got to pesticides, you got DDT, you got a ship thing you got to go to.
Well, let's talk about this though. You and I are both, dialed in and aware of the whole food thing and the corruption of those companies and blah, 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 but we're both fat. How can we be fat? Right? Like why? Because I sometimes think being fat in America is I think it's not an intended side effect, but it's a side effect of capitalism because choices get made to make the foods more addictive, and people like us aren't as able, whether you want to call that a moral failing or a physiological failing, we're not able to say no as much, right? I mean, that's the real issue, right?
Well, there's more to it than that. Like, I used to be a metal worker before I became into YouTube. I used to do I run a crane at a metallurgy place.
Okay.
So it was a very physically intensive job, metal, slag paddles, the whole nine. So I was fat then, right? I was 360 pounds then, but I was, I had muscle and stuff on me as well. And I was a young man, but I was still fat because like the capitalism itself, I had to go work this job 12 hours a day, and I didn't feel like coming home and cooking a regular meal. So I would stop by Burger King. I'd stop by Burger King. I might get me 2 meals from Burger King and bring my next meal for me for lunch the next day.
Right.
And like I'm eating just Burger King and soda and salt and sugar, and like all of it's addictive. It's all addictive. You ever got on caffeine and to try to get off of it? You get massive headaches.
Yeah, I'm not addicted to caffeine, but aspartame I am. So I will tell you, I will sometimes spend, in fact, I did it the last 3 days and I hate myself for it. I needed to go buy groceries, but I just was too busy and I didn't buy them until today. But I had been running out of Diet Cokes and I go through about 12 of these a day. Okay. So in every morning, the last 3 days, I'd get up and I would order it from Grubhub, a single 12 pack of Diet Cokes from 7-Eleven, and it would cost me like $16.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how addicted. It's like, I don't want to start my morning without the aspartame. I mean, so yes, I know what you mean.
And it goes even deeper than that. Like when I was on Coke, because I've been on Coke for like 3 months now.
Cocaine or
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Okay. The red can.
Yeah,
the red can. Waking up with a Coca-Cola is one of the best feelings in life, at least for me, right? It's right up there with sex. Like that nice, cool, crisp hit right when your mouth's dry, when you just wake up.
Yeah,
it is some of the best. Yeah, that burn and the acidic feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put it up there with sex. I will. As an old man, I'm putting it up there with sex. And it's free. It never says no. You don't got to take it out to breakfast.
Free.
Well, it's close to free. It's like 50
it's freer than certain kinds of sex, I suppose. But okay, keep going.
And it goes with that. There's an addiction to like every aspect of it. The what's in the can will make you addicted. How it makes you feel is kind of addicted. And like you associate it with other things. Like I, to this day, since I've been off sober like 2 months now, 2.5 months. And I can't eat like fried chicken without wanting a soda.
Yeah.
Like fried chicken, pizza. Like I associate this.
Wait, you just said you've been off it for 2.5 months. You mean you got back on it, or you've?
No, I've not got back on it yet. Cause like I'm about to turn 40.
Oh, I thought you said you were on Coke for 3 months.
No, off of it. I quit in January. I quit drinking soda in January.
Gotcha. Okay. Keep going. Sorry.
And I find myself wanting soda more when I do certain things. If I eat an unhealthy food like fried chicken.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
the idea that people go out and they have water when they go out for pizza.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the matter with you? Water? Go fuck yourself.
It ruins the whole meal. Like at least to me, because it changes the palate.
Yeah, I'm with you. But okay, so the thing is, though, all of these things we're talking about, right? I mean, all the public gets the shaft from the corporations ad nauseum in this country. The only way that's going to change would be if we change the Constitution to make it so we do have a little less freedom, right? Because people cannot be trusted to not go after the money in the current economic system that we have. They will always justify it, and everybody suffers because of it. The Coke companies know, the food companies know, the game companies know, all of these things that we complain about, they do it because they can, and the audience keeps showing up.
Here's where I'm at a loss here. Like, why can't we just treat like Coca-Cola and places like that the same way we treat cigarettes?
That's not the right question. I mean, you know the answer. The answer is because the lobbyists.
Well, cigarettes had lobbyists too, right? Like for some reason
they did, happened. But because people were dying. You can't draw as clean of a line between the quality of life drop. You can't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know, I mean, it's easy to say, oh,
it's muddier waters with obesity than it is lung cancer.
That's right. It's too long for it to occur. for people to intellectually we get it, but emotionally we don't. And most things that we vote for because of emotion, right? So that's probably why.
And also, more people are addicted to Coca-Cola than probably cigarettes in the world.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. Yeah. But the poop guy, you're just wrong. See, this is the problem with people like poop guy. And I love you, poop guy, with all my heart and soul. I adore you. I want to make a baby with you. But he says, or you could just have this thing called self-control. You act like we have free will over the chemicals.
Call in.
Yeah, you act like we have free will over the chemicals in our body. I have self-control over things you don't. I've probably been more successful in my career than you have. Wings has been more successful in his career than you have. Is that because he has this little thing called he's better at business than you, or because the way he was wired and the way the chemicals work just happened to match up with that part of what society says is acceptable and good? Just like you might have self-control to go to the gym every other day.
We don't know the poop guy. We don't know him. Like, we're making assumptions.
Of course I'm making assumptions, but I'm making assumptions based on his comment. And his comment suggests that he's a person that struggles maybe to get to the gym and to not eat the second piece of pizza, but he is able to do it. And thus, because he can do it, and he's rightly so proud of himself for climbing that hill.
I wanted him to call in because he seems the type of guy that will say that, drug addicts shouldn't get, like, what is those shots that cops give you when they're overdosing? What are those called?
I don't know. Not the EpiPen, right?
No, not the EpiPen. Like, if you've got it's like an adrenaline shot that cops give you when you're overdosing.
No idea, but I'm sure.
But there's a shot. I forgot what the drug's called off the top of my head. Okay. But like there was a huge thing about this about 5 or 6 years ago that cops shouldn't give that to people because that comes out of taxpayer money. And he sounds like the type of person that's like that because like he looks at drug addiction as a choice and not something that a person just is forced to do. Maybe doing drugs the first time is a choice, but after you've done them a couple times, it's a requirement.
But even I don't even think that argument goes far enough, Wings of Redemption. And here's why. Because either whether or not it's purely physiological and you have no control, or it's environmental, the people like this guy, Heroic, says, I weighed nearly 200 pounds at the end of high school. I switched my diet and worked hard and was able to lose 70 pounds in less than a year. You can do it. You just don't want too much. And it's like, that's what we're saying. I agree with you. I've lost a lot of weight before, but now my life is such that I value other things more than working out and being svelte and all that shit. But ultimately, though, the things that create my desires in life are just you clearly out of high school, you had a rough time being a fat guy. I assume you probably didn't get a lot of chicks and
I've always got chicks.
No, I'm saying Heroic.
Oh.
And so maybe he's like, okay, I'm fixing that shit. And that was your motivation. And that's great. But will you have that motivation when you're 54?
Look at the numbers, though. He's 200 pounds at the end of high school. Like, how tall are you? Are you like 5'2"?
Yeah.
Like you're 130 is your desired weight?
All right. Yeah, there's a delay. Sorry, I thought he was here. I'm losing my mind. I think the pot's kicking in. Jaffe, I go through the same number of Diet Coke, says Web Tech. You goddamn right. It's good stuff. K-Nubs, Big Tobacco became Big Food. They switched products. That's right. Thank you for that super chat, buddy. Tyler says, you don't need a gym. Start slow. Buy yourself a row machine. Again, all I can do is go back to the Rosie O'Donnell quote when she said to people, she's like, I know it's better to eat a bag of carrots. It's not that I'm a moron. She's like, but I want the chocolate chips. But of course, I know. Eat less than you or bring in less than you output. I get it. And I'm on Ozempic now, so we'll see what happens. But all I'm saying is I don't like when people, whether you're talking about weight or drugs or business or anything, this idea, it's this idea that you've somehow, you get it and we don't get it. And you're not a better person, but it's like, we really must not want it. It's like, dude, I could list 1,000 things that I have that you don't have that you must not want.
It's also just chemistry within your body itself, because like you handle something better doesn't mean somebody else handles something better. There's people that have jumped out of windows for stress. And then there's people that are like fire divers that live their entire life with stress.
Right. 100%. Anna G, you're on with the Pepsi pimp, Wings himself. What's up,
Jaffe.
buddy? What?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay. Sorry. So there is this medication a while back that my physician, because I used to work at a clinic, he decided to try me on it. And it was because I told him like sodas were my main issue. Like I drink all my calories, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a medication that once you started taking it, it would make all sodas taste flat.
Oh, that would suck. Why would you want that?
I know, but yeah, it actually worked. But it was a medication, and this is weird. It was a medication for people who get oh my gosh, what is it called?
Is it medical?
Huh?
Is it medical like diabetes or something like that? Is there like a medical?
Yeah. No, it's like something not like a disease, but like it's like you get
it's something. It doesn't matter, but it's some disease, and it was why they made the medicine. And a side effect is that it makes the soda.
Yeah, and it actually worked.
Well, yeah, because Wings is right. It's not about the taste. If you ever actually sit and taste Diet Coke, it's not a good tasting drink at all. But it's not about the taste. It's about the burn. It's about the aspartame. It's about, like you said, that especially when it's in the can and at the back of the fridge and you get it in the morning and it's just, you can barely feel it. It's so fucking cold. That's the joy. That's the joy of soda, my friend.
And you know you dig it because when you can imagine it in your head and you can taste it when I'm talking about it.
Mm-hmm. I literally, if I can move my camera, but it's up there on the tripod, I've got about 20 Diet Coke cans, all of them half filled. Because like this one still has in it, I'm no longer happy with this can. Because I want
ice cold.
a whole new one. I don't like how it feels when it gets down to like this level and it's like all lame and
I'll do you one better. I keep my refrigerator at almost the highest setting, and I would take all the Cokes and put them right near where the actual vent where the cooler comes out.
Yep.
Right underneath them. And like sometimes the one at the very back would be ice. When the volume of them went down, they would start turning to ice. And I do that strictly for the Coca-Cola. I don't give a fuck about anything else in the fridge. Yeah. It's just going to have to deal with the extra cold.
I get it. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. I've been seeing a tweet going around, people talking. I knew this was a Southern thing. I never did it. Now I want to go do it. Is putting peanuts in Coca-Cola. Mm-hmm. I'd never done that. So good. Is it good? Because everybody's talking about it on the internet. I'm like,
you can't do it no more, Jaffe, because like the bottle Coke has changed their like formula. Because Coke tweaks their formula every now and then. There used to be a thing called Mexican Coke, and Mexican Coke was mixed with like real sugar, not cane sugar. Oh, and you would take one of those and you'd put like peanuts in it, and the salt in the Coke and everything would mix with the sugar. It was heaven. Yeah. So if you do it now with a bottle Coke, you get a similar effect, but it's not what the people that are telling you are talking about.
Did you guys see the speaking of formula, the grandson of the Reese's guy who made the Reese's peanut butter cup got pissed on social media at Hershey and said, you guys are not following the formula. This shit tastes like crap. And I agree. I used to love Reese's peanut butter cups. And then the last 10, 15 years, I have no interest in them. And they admitted, they said, yeah, we kind of went with the cheaper formula. And now they're saying they're going to change it back. So I don't know how much of that was a marketing scam, but I'm glad they're going.
Another good example of this is Wendy's chicken sandwich. I don't know if you noticed they have a new Wendy's chicken sandwich right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't eat meat, but go ahead.
You don't eat meat? Okay. Well, back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, Wendy's came out with this spicy chicken sandwich, and it was fire. It was really, really good. And it was a legacy sandwich all the way up through the 2000s. And then COVID happened. Once COVID happened, all the food manufacturers kind of downgraded their meat.
Okay.
All of them across the board.
Okay.
And the chicken got hit the hardest because almost all the chicken, and the chat will back me up on that, all chicken from everywhere kind of tastes the same now. You get a chicken sandwich from Popeyes, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. They all kind of taste the same. And Wendy's is trying to alleviate this by having this new chicken sandwich with a bigger chicken patty. That was their whole claim. Bigger chicken patty, more pickles, that kind of stuff. And I think a lot of it is how like the food industry on the back end, on the service end of it, where like the restaurants get food delivered to them, has kind of like consolidated. So like they only have like 2 or 3 options they actually can buy from now.
Yeah. Art, I'm telling you, this is the same thing. I'm going to bring in Silver Sky in a second. Anna G, are you good?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I just wanted to tell, and it was for seizures.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've stayed there in Vegas once before. It was a wonderful hotel. All right, thank you, Anna G.
All right, bye.
She's like, you're a fucking idiot. She's not wrong. But it's the same shit we were talking about with like regulations on games or medicine or food, all this consolidation, right? We are worse off as the majority because we're not wise enough to push back on the opportunity to have more money in our pockets. And in that, we allow for horrible consolidation. We allow for corrupt politicians, bad food choices, but that's one of the side effects.
There should be billionaire laws, but the problem is you'll have somebody say brain drain as soon as you question like a billionaire law, right? Because like I always I'm in the camp that there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. No chance.
I'm with you as well.
No chance. There's no way somebody accrues $1 billion and does it without stepping or hurting somebody, right? You just don't do it.
I agree in a large part. I definitely don't think. I mean, whether that you can or can't be a billionaire, I think we should tax them more and millionaires more than we do. But yeah, I'm with you.
And then they'll scream brain drain, which is like, where are they going to fucking go? Their thing only works towards the market that's willing to sustain them, right?
Yeah. And also more importantly, I mean, look, China's already lapping us on a lot of the brain drain stuff anyway, because their lack of regulations that in those departments, but they don't have the same, their people are kind of under an iron thumb. Not that we're not, but it's more hidden, I suppose. But hey, for every Elon Musk we lose, which I don't think is I don't know, whatever you think of Musk. I like his link thing for his brain. But I would say that most of those people that are billionaires probably built it on the backs of, financial packages and shit working for Lehman Brothers.
Can we talk about Electric Jesus?
Electric Jesus? Who is that?
Elon Musk.
Oh, is that what you call him?
I call him Electric Jesus because people worship him.
Yeah, I mean, I like people that are. I mean, what do you think about him?
I find it hard to believe that most of his wealth is speculative wealth, right? You would agree with that, right?
In terms of what he's worth versus what he has in the bank?
Well, his value is driven by word of mouth, not by actual assets.
Yeah, but his value is mostly in his stocks is what you mean, though. And that is driven by word of mouth, not what the companies are actually
right. Right.
Yeah,
like he doesn't actually bring, like, I don't know what he's worth, $15 billion worth of
no. He's worth a lot more than that.
Yeah. Whatever. Some obscene number that no human should be worth. Right. Because like Tesla, people say this all the time, Tesla will fail. It's going to fail. There's never going to be a Tesla semi-truck because Tesla semi-trucks can't overcome, and this is why I know this is my field right here. Tesla semi-trucks can't replace the diesel truck. No diesel truck driver is going to accept a 2 or 3 hour wait time to charge.
But does a car company have to make a shipping truck in order to be successful in the car business?
The idea is that Tesla wants to change every like ICE or combustion engine over to electric to save the future or save the thing, right?
Okay.
And it might work for like niche applications. For example, like if David Jaffe wants to go to the 7-Eleven and get some Diet Cokes, it's cheaper for him to own an electric car than it is to own like a 2500 F-250.
Okay.
Right. And that makes sense. But if David Jaffe wants his Diet Cokes to stay the same price, it's cheaper for a guy to own a diesel truck than it is to own an electric truck, because diesel is what runs this country, not gas. Diesel controls the ships,
right?
The shipping lanes. It's what runs the tanks. And if you can't replace diesel, you're never going to be able to fully switch over electricity. And the problem with gasoline is the infrastructure is already there. And you have all these other companies creating their own infrastructure. Like the Tesla has the best one with the supercharged system, whereas like other ones have like Electrify America, and there's a couple other ones, and they all kind of suck. Right. And they're all competitively priced with gas. So like the only advantage of electric cars is like driving it from your home to whatever the range is and back and plugging it back into your home. That's where you save the most money. If you want to take your electric car and go to 2 states over, you're paying the same price as you would pay with gas. And
what do you think, though, that a lot of these scientists that have been disappearing, a lot of it is because they're working on this sort of 0 point energy which the gas companies, the oil companies,
Oh, we're going to conspiracy theory now, huh?
Well, they are vanishing. Now, whether they're vanishing at a normal rate and it just looks like a pattern and it's really not, or whether they're actually vanishing, they are working on, there have been a lot of scientists that have been working on energy solutions.
Let me finish my rant on the electric car, because there's another thing about electric cars that people forget. Like lithium batteries or lithium technology that they're using in the cars. One, lithium's hard to mine, first off. And second off, it's got a shelf life. If you buy a brand new iPhone right now and you just don't turn it on and you sit it back there on your desk, in 10 years, the iPhone battery is not going to be good, regardless of how much you used it, because batteries have a shelf life, right? They're a chemical reaction that happens that produces electricity, and you can refill them from time to time. But every time you discharge them or they get discharged, they actually lose conductivity, right? So like every 10 to 13 years, you're going to replace your electric car, no matter what, or at least replace the batteries. And the batteries are now $28,000 for like a skateboard. That's what they're called, skateboards. It's like $28,000 to replace them.
Were you officially, was your autism self-diagnosed or you were done by doctor?
Self-diagnosed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Why?
No, you did a great job. You're right. You couldn't be more autistic. I want to put you in the sequel to The Good Doctor, the hit ABC show.
Well, I'm just saying there's a reason electric cars have failed.
No, I believe you. I don't think any of your facts are wrong.
And I don't see Tesla surviving as a company unless they do this one thing, is they use the supercharger network. They make adapters, which adapters are already being made with 3D printing technology, but they should make their own adapters if they don't already, and allow all the electric cars onto the supercharged network, and just be basically America's gas station. Because there's other things that I thought was fucking stupid with Elon Musk, like the Hyperloop. Remember the Hyperloop?
Under the streets?
No, that was the Boring Company. That was in Las Vegas. They actually did that. The Hyperloop was like this vacuum tube that they would put people in, and it was basically this train that would go shoot with no atmosphere, like up California and back. And it was supposed to go 500-600 miles an hour because there's no wind resistance. Because you actually vacuum out the entire tube, and there's no wind resistance, and you're just going as fast as the engines will take you. The issue with this is it's above ground. The issue with this is miles and miles of a zero atmosphere that any redneck and with a 30-30 rifle could shoot a hole into and kill anybody in the tube instantly.
Yeah.
Because if you go from 0 atmosphere to 1 atmosphere, the human body doesn't survive that.
Well, how much of it did they prototype any of it, or how
they started building it, and then another company started building it by Richard Branson took it over from Virgin. He tried to build one too. They both have given up at this point.
But isn't it nice when at least we have some people out there trying shit? I mean, I'd rather, again, I don't like Elon Musk's politics. I'm with you on the billionaire concept. I think he seems problematic in so many ways, but it's nice to have people that are like, you know what? I want to fucking,
but people worship this man and think he can do no wrong, to the point that
people worship you and me because we're on the internet, right?
Nobody worships my ass.
No, they do. You got a lot of ladies out there that are like, I don't know, fuck them. That was my imitation of the ladies out there that want to have sex with you. That's what I don't know, fuck them. Hang on, can we bring on Silver Sky?
Yeah, bring them on.
All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, let me get these assumptions. I thought this was informed data, alternative facts-driven show. I'm shook, lost, confused. I'm turning to the old reliable Fox News. You goddamn right. Big tobacco became big food. K-Nubs, you're right on that as well. Thank you, Machine. Thank you, guys.
I'll fact check myself a little bit more, but I'm 90% right on most of the things I'm saying to you. I'm trying not to mislead anybody.
No. Wings. Although one guy says you're stupid. No, he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy.
Well, it's like the Boring Company. Like Elon Musk had a great idea. Let's dig tunnels under the ground and have cars go under the ground. They call that the subway. New York built an entire subway system, and this is too expensive to maintain. That's why nobody else did it.
But I will say, Neuralink's cool. Got to give him Neuralink.
I haven't looked at it, so I can't give you.
There's a guy the other day playing World of Warcraft using his mind, and they showed it. Now, he's not thinking about playing World of Warcraft, and it works, but he's able to move the cursor and click the buttons and all that stuff. They're able to track those simpler concepts of the brain and immediately transfer them to the computer. They can't do abstract thought yet. Like, I want to destroy that boss. We're a while from.
Well, AI will come up. AI will fill in the gaps there.
That's right. Right. But still, though, they've got this in the guy's brain.
It's so fucking scary, man. AI is scaring me, but maybe because I grew up with the Terminator and I know what Skynet is.
I love AI because I think look, if here's how it all goes down, Wings Redemption, is that we survived long enough to make AI and it kills us. Okay. We've had a lot of chances to not be
chicken's
assholes.
Gonna kill me, man, David.
What is going to kill you?
Fried chicken's gonna kill me, not AI.
Yeah, that's fair.
Either that or
you know what? You're in luck. You've come to the right stream because somebody in the chat was like, just don't eat it and go to the gym and get healthy.
I wish it was that simple.
Oh, it is.
Like they're factor. That's in a vacuum. That's a vacuum answer because like they're factoring in having bad days, depression, having a disagreement, any kind of troubles that might come up in life.
I know. Like when I lost all my weight, I was spinning. I love to spin. I was doing cardio like twice, sometimes 3 times a day, hardcore, heavy, right? It was because I had finished Twisted Metal Black. I was leaving work every day at 6:00 because it was before we ramped up to make God of War. So I was just helping on Kinetica. So work was just like a 10 to 6 o'clock job. I had a normal life and I had the time. And so, yeah, then I could get to the gym and this and that and the other. But,
you also didn't have like if you're going through a divorce at the time, I bet you that spinning class would be put on the back burner.
I was not.
Yeah, I'm saying if you were going through like a divorce or like some type of catastrophic life change.
That's true. Yeah, that's fucking true. You got damn right. Silver Sky, prove us wrong in your home gym with your muscles and your I'm going to beat up the bad guys look, which we know you have. Where are you, baby? Silver Sky. Well, I know he's there. I saw him working out, but we can't hear him. So we'll keep you on, but jump in when you can, buddy. So let me ask you this. All the kids want to know. By the way, Machine, thank you. By the way, my comment about assumptions was a response from Wings saying we were making assumptions about the poop guy. Well, yeah, but if you put a comment out there, I assume that it's meant to be not judged like we're going to be assholes to you, but it's meant to be discussed. And so, and you're making a comment that is judgmental, my guess would be, we're going to be doing that. Yeah. People are saying they can hear tech, tell them to be quiet. I think Wing should go on to bus real quick and be like, dude, I'm on with Jaffe. Shut the fuck up in there. That would be great. But here we go. Let's bring on Silver Sky again. There he is. There's old muscle Popeye eating the spinach and beating up the bad guys. What's up, buddy?
I was just calling to be more on y'all's side because a lot of people in the comment section doesn't seem like they've ever tried a whole lot in their life or have been challenged with things. The reason why I'm able to do what I do is because I think what I'm tracing it back to is having a birth defect. And so because of the birth defect and like growing up with Arnold as like my how would you say, not my hero, but like, cause I have my dad mentor? That, but not even really mentor. It's just like to me, like growing up and all the action figures that I played with and stuff like that, I saw that body image as like being a man.
Okay.
Right. So that my whole life, like even now, like I still feel like I'm a boy because I'm not Arnold. So I have like severe body dysmorphia.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So,
Arnold isn't Arnold now.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But so I just think a lot of people have a misconception because like if you were overweight as a child, like if you were born that way because your parents were unhealthy, like you're fighting against it like your whole life. Like it's not.
Yep.
And it depends on your environment. So if you, especially with our shit, like it's kind of hard to explain to me, or it's weird because since the Trump era, since 2015, my politics have changed a lot because I think California had it right in a lot of ways when it came to health. And it's weird because then the Trump admin kind of adopted that with RFK, but then he bent the knee and allowed Trump to like do all the shit he did with glyphosate and all that. It's like everything is just so confusing right now. But it doesn't. All the stuff y'all are talking about to me is 100% correct. Like it's not helping that they make everything addictive. It's not at all. Like it makes it to where how do you ever stop? I get it.
You don't. I mean that, and again, you only change when who you are is more painful than the change you have to make to get out of the situation. There are those rare cases. Text so loud. There are those rare cases where I've always wanted to be that kind of person that can be like, I know what I need to do, and I'm just going to do it because I have enough of a delayed gratification instinct. But for most people, you get healthy because you have a health scare, or you get healthy because you lose the woman of your dreams. That's not why you lost her, but you've convinced yourself that's why you've lost her, right? There's all these things that are more painful, and it's not, what can you imagine the success? I look at someone like Tom Cruise and I go, that's a guy who probably, I don't know if it's true, but he presents as a guy who just does what he needs to do when he needs to do it. And it's like, you can't fail if you do that. Most people just put shit off.
He's a beast. It makes you think about that religion as being the truth.
Well, I was going to go more Christian
religion.
Bale.
What's that?
Christian Bale is a really good example of what you're just saying.
In what way? Tell me.
You ever see the mechanic, machinist, where he goes down to like 130 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
So he loses like 50 pounds for this role, and then he blooms up to Batman, where he's like, now he's like 215 pounds. He's got all this extra muscle.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's extreme levels of like self-discipline.
But maybe it comes at a cost of what? No time with his kids, or no time, he's always so intense all the time that nobody wants to spend, everybody's got to find their people and their balance, right? I mean, I don't want to die early, and I do. People in the chat are saying walk. I walk almost every night for like 1 to 3 miles up at the track at the school. But I'm still clearly overweight, but I also don't want to be a guy who lives to 120, but I have to basically eat what looks like the front lawn every meal. Right. I'm okay dying at 80, 85, but I've been like, you know what though? I liked fucking around with the family at the movies and eating junk food.
Good.
I'm going to address the poop guy. He goes, I've been an athlete my whole life, and the gain and weight loss frequently, it's just a matter of saying what you want. Can I tell a story
about
interesting.
This? Yeah, go ahead.
You guys know who Oprah Winfrey is, right?
Who? Oh, you mean Stedman's wife?
Stedman's wife, yeah.
The sex trafficker, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It's Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, she's a billionaire with a B.
All my life I had to fight.
She's a billionaire with a B.
All right, go ahead.
You know what Oprah Winfrey also has a problem with? Her weight. She was a big girl in the 90s. She turned into a skinny girl, and she became a big girl again. Oprah Winfrey has enough money that she can employ somebody to slap food out of her fucking hand if she wanted to. Yeah, like she has somebody that she could employ year round to follow her around and make her make the right choices. And she has trouble keeping weight off of herself. She has any luxury drug that comes, right? Any luxury drug in the world, any surgeon, anything you have, food. And even drugs is a different level, and different people deal with it differently. Like I have a friend that was on methamphetamines. Friend to this person today. She used to be a hardcore meth head, and then she got pregnant, and she quit meth the second she got pregnant. And we were playing games. This was back when PUBG was popular, like 2015. We're playing games, and I asked her about it, and she goes, "Yeah, I still have dreams every night about doing meth." Like she's clean 10 years at this point, having dreams every night doing meth, and like. There's some things that get introduced in your brain just can't forget. There's like a chemical reaction. Like once it's switched on, it never goes away. It's a never ending fight to stay where you want to be at. Like Silver Sky just stated he had body dysmorphia. So
I don't know how, I was going to ask him how serious he was about that. Were you joking, or you literally don't see your body the way it is?
No, it's real bad. So, and that, to piggyback off what he was saying. So I got what's called pectus excavatum, where my chest sinks in. So, I look horrible with my shirt off. So as growing up, I started noticing that I was different from everybody else. I started getting what they call social anxiety, which I then later figured out is not real and it's fake, and it's made up. It's made up by Big Pharma to push pills on you. So, which I was going to call in a month ago or 2 months ago, whatever it was. You were talking about Adderall, because I got prescribed Adderall too. Mm-hmm. And so through the chest issue, I also at 8 years old got bit by a dog. Chow chow, ripped my face off. Like I don't know if you can see it, but like there's all these scars.
A little scar, right? Yeah, a little scar.
Yeah. So it was like 150 stitches in my face. You can see my skull. So then that caused even more like the quote unquote bullying and shit like that. Which then I also grew up in an all black town. So what ended up happening was you had my mom and dad were still together, so you had that. Because everybody said, "Oh, you got gold or silver spoon," that thing, right? And then I was one of the only white people, right? So I got white boy this, white boy that, the face scars, and then my chest, right? So then what ended up happening is I started fighting all the time, and so from there, when I got into high school, that's when I found drugs, like through Adderall, because I have ADHD and I have I was social anxiety, but really what I think it boiled down to is just lack of confidence, and then my brain was. I think ADHD is a thing I just think they overprescribe methamphetamines. I think it's
Probably.
horrific. It's horrific what they're doing, and anyway. So I went through a deep dark path of like drug abuse and everything else, and been addicted to cocaine, and I was doing ecstasy every weekend. Like it got really bad for a while. I beat all that, and then I went into steroids, which gave me the confidence to realize that social anxiety is not real. I think it's kind of like an onset thing that I got from my mom, who's got.
Well, what do you mean it's not real? You clearly are in social situations that
you
feel
real meaning.
About.
Yeah, real meaning that like you can overcome it, like you can beat it. Not that
you mean without medicine?
Yes.
Well, I don't even want to say that because not everybody's the same. I just it's what I tell myself, and that's how I beat it, right? So I don't want to put my story onto everybody else's because I don't know if that works that way. Because I don't know if there's different ways of the brain works and what have you. You can So I don't want to put that judgment on people, but I was able to beat it with steroids give me overconfidence, right? So I started getting on testosterone and everything else, doing the bodybuilding thing. Then I realized, oh shit, I'm addicted to this. It's like, so now I'm like super addicted to working out because my life will go to shit like instantly if I stop working out. Like it's a severe problem.
So you're like addicted to what, like the endorphins and stuff that get released when you push?
Yeah. And my wife works out. She does 4 miles every day rucking, which I was going to recommend to you, which is putting a weight vest on and walking. So you can walk in half the time and burn twice the calories.
Yeah.
So, that's an example. She does that every day. Then also works out with weights every day. All my kids work out. So like, it's part of our routine. Yeah. It's who we are. But
they'll probably grow up with a wonderful, hopefully, if it's not.
How much you weigh, Silver Sky?
214 right now.
Okay.
Your kids will probably grow up in an environment where working out, unless you guys are a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about it.
No. One of my daughters is lazy as a kid.
Right. So I think that's nice, though. They'll probably grow up in a way where they look at exercise and health as just sort of a family thing. Just like I look at going to the movies when I was a kid with my family, which is nothing healthy about it physically. But so I think that's good is all I was going to say. Sorry.
Well, it's frame of mind. It was what I was going to recommend to you guys is that, like Jaffe, you have an addiction to aspartame, right? It was like, you also have kids and you also want to be there for them, and that you're literally drinking poison. And so there's alternatives out there that will help you. It's framing your mindset of like, instead of going, oh, I have to stop drinking this, and when I do that, X is going to happen. Instead, reframe your brain to think about, well, if I switch to poppy or whatever that new drink is, I will start to feel better within a week, within 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
The problem with that, though, is you're simply, and it's not a bad thing, and I appreciate it. You're simply offering another way to here's what you can do to not do what you're doing now. To me, the issue is the desire. I know how to not be overweight. I know how to not drink Cokes. It's that my brain right now all it is prioritizing. It's a reflection of what you prioritize. For whatever reason, you prioritize clearly your health, your bodybuilding, things like that. Mm-hmm. I prioritize walking for sure because I do it a lot, but I also prioritize, you know what? I like eating food I like, and I'm going to eat it when I want to eat it. And that immediate gratification clearly is a bigger priority than me being able to think ahead and go, but if I don't eat the heavy Indian meal tonight and just eat something light, I'll be able to have this other goal. But it's clearly I don't want the other goal as much as I want the Indian food, right?
Yeah. So you could also just start powerlifting, and then you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah, but that's another. I don't need the solution. I need someone to come along and say, take this pill, or let me press this button, and you will have this desire. Because I'm not driven by the same. That's why I say to people, oh, well, maybe I was better at business than the poop guy, or I was better at making video games.
Right.
And he's like, well, maybe I didn't want to do that. I'm like, right. It's all about what you care about. Your life is a masterpiece painting, 100% reflective of your values.
Can I ask you a question, Silver?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
What do you think about guys like Kali Muscle?
Who's that?
Well, he's a fitness influencer. He's a big black guy that went to prison. He was like 350 pounds of muscle. Right, he could do muscle ups for days. Big dude. And he's had like 3 heart attacks now.
Oh wow!
And like he's cut his size in half, but he's like did so much damage with like steroids and things like that, chasing that high Do you like? Is there too much? Is there too much of a weight? Like, do you kind of limit how much weight you're going to put on, or is like any weight that you put on is good weight to you?
I'm not doing bodybuilding, so I used to. So yeah, no, I don't. I just do. I do a different kind of program now, but I'm doing more like my goal is functional. So I do a lot of cardio too now. I'm trying to get to 225, and then I'm going to cut down because I'm 41. So I'm gonna get to 225. I'm at 214 right now, and then I'm going to cut down after that and stay at my forever body, which is going to be more lean and mean. Right.
Well, so why do you have to get to 225 if you want to cut down from 225?
Because whenever you get to a heavier state like that, you'll retain more muscle mass. So when I start shrinking down my waist, I'll retain more muscle mass.
I'm gonna make a prediction here, and people are going. This is where I'm a locale. There's a guy named Sam Sulek. You know who Sam Sulek is?
Yeah, he's nuts, insane.
Yeah. I will outlive Sam Sulek.
Oh, most likely, unless he's got the money now that we can have the doctors with him to where that might not be the case. But
I'm just saying I've always went down this route. Like your body's designed to carry like one set of pound, right? Your heart can only do like that sweet spot between like 120 to like 250 pounds, right?
Right.
Like when you go to beyond the extremes, regardless if it's fat or muscle. Like, I feel like, because I see a lot of young, like, bodybuilders like Sam Sulek that they have heart attacks over and over and over again. It's like,
yeah, they're
like, what is your opinion on guys that go so fucking hard that they're actually hurting themselves?
I mean, people are I'm more of a libertarian, so it's like you can do what you want to do. I just think it's unfortunate when you have people that promote it, like the Trend Brothers or whatever, like they promote. They don't talk enough about the negative side effects of all that, because I got caught up in that hype too back whenever I was 21. You know, that's why I got into it, was listening to the gym bros. I mean, the internet wasn't so big back then, but it was the gym bros at the local gym that got me. And again, I fell into that trap because of my chest and stuff, right? So I don't even know if I would be.
And I mean, again, it's in their financial benefit to get you into that. That's the word. That's what goes back to the people make money for making you unhealthy. Before I let you go, Silver, I want to tell you something. You might like this book I'm about to show you, because you're talking about growing up with Schwarzenegger and stuff. It is an excellent book. It is called The Last Action Heroes. And it covers all of the main action heroes of the 80s and 90s, and sort of how they came up and how they kind of went out of favor in movies. But it focuses a lot on Stallone and Schwarzenegger and his work ethic and how he came to America and stuff. If you're a fan of the guy, and you still are, it's really, really good.
That's super cool. I appreciate it. But yeah, before I go, I just wanted to say, so whenever I got off Adderall, because I got just legal trouble.
Yeah.
And the lawyer was like, yeah, you can't mix Adderall with pre-workouts. It makes you do what you did. And I was like, oh, I've never heard that. But so I got off that. But and I also quit. I went from smoking to vaping to then I did the nicotine pouches. Then I quit that. So the reason why I was offering replacing one addiction with another is because that's, in my anecdotal experience, that's the way I've gotten past my addictions, is by replacing it. Like I was heavily addicted to online gaming. I had to cut it off cold turkey. Like I don't do it at all anymore. So I can only imagine like being so addicted to food. Like we all love video games here, right? And if I was addicted to gaming, not just online gaming, how do you play like the new Wolverine but not get overly addicted to it? Like that just seems like, because you still have to
my ADD trumps that, because I get bored of things too easily.
I chase the addiction on video games. Like the last game I honestly got addicted to was Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. And after that was like Fallout 4. But like there's very few games that capture my attention where I want to spend 200 hours in, but I chase that 200-hour addiction. I want to be in that realm where I don't exist in my body. I just exist as an avatar on the screen.
Yeah, that immersion. I also look for that too. But I got to do you have a wife and kids?
Yeah, I don't have kids. I can't have kids, but I have a wife.
Oh, okay. I was just curious how you
can't have kids, or you can't be around kids.
I can't have children. My wife has PCOS and I have low T.
I'm kidding.
I have low sperm count and she has polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Oh wow, okay. I was just curious how you manage that, because I work a shit ton of hours. I have 3 kids and a wife.
So that means you don't know who I am at all. Like I video game for a living.
Oh, okay, cool.
I play video games as a job.
Oh, okay, right on. That's fucking awesome.
Last question I have, Silver, then I got to let you go. You've been married for how long now? You're 41.
Yeah, I was married. We were together in high school.
It's about a little over 20 years then.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you had to leave your wife for one of the K-pop demon hunters, which one would it be? And don't pretend you don't know.
I literally don't know a single thing about K-pop or anything about it. Like, you have to show me pictures. I'll tell you. I'd Android, you just got to show me pictures.
Now I have lost all faith in humanity. It is always a delight to talk to you. Thank you, Silver. We'll see you soon.
Sir.
Bye, buddy.
It doesn't know my past. People, you act like my past is all made up for most people. I've said some stupid shit on a podcast. I've never been like my record's clean.
What are you talking? Who's somebody saying something?
Oh, that Silver Sky was breathed a sigh of relief because he doesn't know my past.
Oh yeah, no, people are. I am going to bring on a very interesting character right now. Are you ready?
Sure.
Wings Redemption. He's a good egg, but he's very, very interesting. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. What up, buddy? How you doing? Ultra Picture Studio. You're with me and Wings.
StarCraft 248. Yeah. You know, I started to feel kind of better in a way because earlier on that I found a person who just destroyed my life, and I suddenly able to track him down, and I sent him and I reported to the police about it, and great news, they're gonna help me in a way. I talked to Bunny Button
I have
about
no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Can you start again with this story? What happened?
Oh yeah. Well, earlier I just tracked down the person who just destroyed my life.
Okay, wait. Earlier you tracked. Hang on. Earlier you tracked down the person that destroyed your life, right?
Yeah.
What did they do to destroy your life?
I mean, in secondary school, they just like call me retarded, call me all these things, and my
okay, so bullying and shit.
Yeah, no, that's that. They just sexually harassed me and then try to push me down the stairs. And
okay, so a total piece of shit. Okay, so you track them down. Now I understand. I'm sorry. Continue, please.
Yeah, but in this stuff, like middle things, like I've been sent to IMH because of what they said. But actually, I wasn't scoring anything. I just push them away, and then the teachers won't even care about it. And then I tell about it, don't even care. But at the end, I have to negotiate to my parents, but my mom don't allow me to call the police. But I have to negotiate with my dad, like for like years, and then finally I got to have the person to be accountable for it. But it takes time actually.
Yeah.
Investigation going on. I talked to Bunny Button about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how are you doing now? That's what I care about.
Oh yeah, great. I'm kind of like build a recreation of my like recreation of my souls
a recreation of your what?
A recreation of my like city actually, like Tiger City.
Oh, in a game.
In Minecraft, but
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you.
Minecraft. I just recreate my Souls.
Hey, how come?
Souls game in like Minecraft.
What you said you had a case open against your bully? What outcome do you want for that case?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the outcome I would just say is that praying to life sentences because my mom is kind of an abusive person. So at the time when I admitted to IMH, right, because that guy who said that I am in psychosis and all these things and what the teacher have said, when they listen, and then I've been there for like 14 days, and then after that I had to go through all this shit, and then my mom had do all this nonsensical thing. Every time when I talk to her, when she's not in a good state of mind, she said I'm noisy or anything, and then if I keep it continuous, she will just do something to me. Also earlier on she also pushed my dad, and then she just said that my dad is a dangerous guy, and then sent my grandparents over. I did report about her also as well.
Yeah, do something with that, Wings.
Well, I think a life sentence a little steep for what the bully did to him, but like,
he sexually assaulted the guy.
Did he sexually assault? I heard he said did sexual harassment.
Oh,
like, I didn't hear.
Harassment?
Physical, physical, and also sexual.
What did he do to? Like, I don't want you to. If you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about this. But like, What did he touch you inappropriately? Did he try to like, take something by force?
I just say touch me inappropriately, but that's the other thing, other time, but it's isn't at the library library area actually at the time, but they just don't even the teachers and all. But I did change to a different school.
Good.
So you changed to a different school, and you said he didn't touch you sexually inappropriately. He just kind of like made unwanted.
No. I did
advances.
say that he touched me inappropriately in the library.
Oh, he did.
Actually.
He did. Okay.
And then
Was it
also, I've
this
been
was in
pushed
the
down the stairs.
library?
Outside the library, actually. At the library, outside the library.
It was a loud sexual assault, or was it something different? Because in the library, right? You have to be all quiet and stuff, right?
No. It's outside the library. It's outside the library when I line out with the teachers.
I got you.
So lining up. Yeah. But there's to them just playing around, like pushing me off the stairs.
Let me tell you something. Every time you come into this show, I bring you on because I like you. I don't like what we do to people that are a little bit different, right? You seem like a very smart, passionate fellow, and I'm sorry you've had to put up with some pricks out there. That's some bullshit. That's some bull fucking shit. Do you have anybody in your real life that cares for you, that loves you?
I mean, like Sarul and Hussein, but that's one thing. But I did have one guy in buy button servers that I'm really pissed off about him, and then I kind of left.
Okay.
Because of him as well.
How'd you break your glasses?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just accidentally sit on it when I slept. Actually.
You slept and broke them. I hate that shit.
Yeah, I slept and broke them.
I usually break the nose pads off mine.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, we're going to let you go, Ultra Pictures, but I love it when you call in. Please call back in again and take care of yourself, all right?
I mean, yeah, I kind of work on stuff like history and stuff as well, and also animations, but right now I'm kind of focusing on like taking a break, especially when I'm able to finally report these people.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I'm glad
That's too much to say, but yeah.
Good for you, man.
Well, I'm kind of calm down.
I'm sending you a hug over the internet, baby. I feel for you, and have a good rest of your night, okay?
David Jaffe, sexually harassed person online.
Thanks, buddy. I like that guy. Shut up, Wings, you whore. I like that guy. Juicy Booch, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it very, very much.
I'm not going to be talking about that guy in particular, but like being on the internet now for 18 years.
Yeah.
Like you generally see a lot of people complain about, I don't know what to call it, differently abled individuals, and we're not speaking about the guy just left. Because like we had one in Locale Live server, and
Eric.
No, it's not Eric.
I liked Eric a lot.
It was, it was Tom. It was Tom. Okay. But he would message every girl in the server and just trying to get attention. Like they're like so viciously lonely because like they have trouble communicating. They have like some type of speech impediment, that kind of thing. And it's sad to see how the internet treats those kind of people.
The world treats people like that. And the thing is, if you get to know them, it's like, yeah, they're a little different, but a lot of them are smart and interesting as fuck. You're just not letting yourself see that, you know?
I got a Twisted Metal question I wanted to ask you before we leave.
What you got?
Twisted Metal 1 and 2, Calypso had, and I had a divine look where like he had the burnt face, had a little circle around the burnt face.
That was the first and the second, I guess.
Yeah. And why did you change his look in black?
Well, first off, the look in Twisted, it was, I mean, I directed those movies that introduced the character as that visual style. And I don't have the real talent as a writer or a director. And so what that was supposed to be was that he had gotten in a terrible car accident, but he had done the opposite of most people, which is he hadn't gotten plastic surgery to make his face look better. He had kept the burn part of his face, and all of the stuff outside the line was just the part that hadn't been damaged. And that's what I was trying to communicate, that he was so crazy that he actually liked how he looked after his face was burned off in a car crash. So, but it never really, I couldn't tell that story in a way that with
you did the comic book, did you not?
Well, the comic book was I was involved with it. Yes, I wasn't the writer. I'm trying to remember. His name was Jamie something, who wrote Constantine. But we explained it there. But I mean, that comic book is so
niche and nobody knows about it.
Right. And I don't. And so in Black, it was just because the whole style was changing to be more inspired by things like Jacob's Ladder and Seven, that look just didn't make as much sense because it was more campy and creep show. And then on the last one we did, which is what the TV series Calypso is based off of visually, is we tried to make him more of a blend between the kind of fun Calypso, but still the kind of sinister version that we had in Black.
Is Black your favorite version of Calypso?
I think Black is the best world building that we ever did in the game. I think the best game is probably Twisted 2, but the deepest, most interesting game is probably Twisted 2.
See, I love the comic book style of Twisted 2, though.
Me too.
I'm like, why didn't they do this again? I mean, obviously the studios changed, but when I was a kid, when I went from 2 to 3, I'm like, oh, they get away with the comic book style? Like, this sucks. And then it just never came back.
Again, it was just because the theme of Black was so different that it didn't make as much sense.
But you never talk about Head On at all. Which
I didn't
Head
work
On
on
is
Head
like,
On.
oh, you did?
No, I was working on God of War while the guys in Utah were doing Head On, which was because I remember being at GameStop. We did a signing the night God of War launched, and it was the same day the PSP Vita came out, and Head On was a launch title. I liked Head On. I thought the missiles home way too much.
But I was going strictly on the story because it feels like Head On is the actual sequel to 2.
That's what they meant to do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else. There is a Twisted Metal fan version of Twisted Metal 5. You can get it online. I can ask the guy if I can send it because he's worried about putting it out like on itch because of Sony. It is Twisted Metal. It is another direct sequel to Twisted Metal 2, and it's excellent.
So what happened? What happens to the engines after like games like Twisted Metal 2? Just
it depends. So in the case of Twisted Metal, I remember this specifically. The guys who made it were called Single Track, and we did a deal with those guys that we own the intellectual property, we own the publishing rights, this, that, and the other, but they could own their engine, right? Because this is back in the day when people were making video games, you weren't using Unity or Unreal. People were rolling their own fucking engine for every game, or certainly every studio. And so they took that engine and they went off and made Rogue Trip, Critical Depth, these things. Didn't do very well. They couldn't compete against the brand. Twisted Metal 3, which was not a very good game, but it was made in like 7 months. They had to use the engine they had, and the closest engine they had was the Rallycross engine, which is why the cars in Twisted Metal 3 flip over all the time, because Rallycross's big point was, oh, look, you can flip your car over. And, so the engines go. Now the engines stay with the studio. It's not like if you come to.
Well, I was asking, like I wonder where the engine is with Single Track. Like, could Sony buy that?
They could. They wouldn't want to. They could just make their own.
Here's $1 million idea. Listen to me, and like I know you're against this all the time. Twisted Metal World Tour Part 2, $25 game, 5 or 6 levels, same art style.
I'm not opposed to this idea. I've been wanting them to do.
It has to be on that engine. It has to be on that Single Track engine.
You're not gonna. There's no value to that. I mean, why don't you just again? Let me show you. Because I'll send it to you later. There's a trailer for this Twisted Metal 5 game that I'm talking about, and you wouldn't know. They made it in Unity.
I've played enough Unity. I could tell Unity from feeling it.
Well, let me just show you the trailer of this really quickly.
Because like I'm the type of dude, if the second I hear something is made in Unreal 5 and it's a shooter, I don't want to play it because all Unreal 5 shooters float.
Okay, well, let me show you this because this is very, very good. Hopefully we won't get an echo, but sometimes we will, and oh well, but hopefully not. Okay, so we'll go entire screen. We'll go here. Okay. Show ones. There we go. And let's kill this one. Okay. So this was me streaming it, right? I don't think most people would be able to tell this was not the original engine. The only difference between this and that is that it plays at lock solid 60 frames a second. And it is a delight to play a game that feels like the soul of Twisted Metal with some head on, some 3 and 4, but running at 60. We were running it. We were lucky to run 1 and 2 at 15 frames.
Mm-hmm. But that's part of the charm.
I get it, but I'm just saying that this game plays great. And what I'm saying is, are you really saying that you would work with a very hard to figure out proprietary engine if you're Sony, if you wanted to make the game you were just presenting, or would you just do something like this?
You ever see a game called Dragon Age Origins?
Oh yeah, of course.
Dragon Age Origins is a very archaic engine. Like it's just it's just an engine that was built in house, and nobody's ever made another game on that engine, right?
Yeah.
And every Dragon Age but Dragon Age Origins has failed because people, what EA doesn't understand and what BioWare doesn't understand is that engine is part of the personality of that game. The way enemies move, the way AI.
You're telling me Dragon Age Ascension wasn't a Game of the Year winner and it sold really well?
Well, you're talking about Veilguard.
No. I'm talking about Dragon Age Inquisition, which came out before
Inquisition. Yeah, but
yeah. So that wasn't Dragon Age Origins.
It sold well, but
I know.
But it's
you're
not
saying
Origins.
You're saying no other Dragon Age has done well except Origins.
They all sold somewhat well, but EA has very high standards. For example, they sold 5 million copies of Dead Space Remake, and because they didn't sell 8 million, they considered it a failure.
Great fucking game though, right?
Great fucking game. I was ready to buy the second one. I would have paid $100 for the second one.
Yeah.
But I'm in that 5 million and not in the 8 million, right? And so it's not worth EA's time. Yeah. I was hoping when the Middle East bought them that would change, but it seems like it's gotten worse.
Well, we haven't really seen the ramifications of that yet, right? I mean, we'll fuck you, Embers Arcade, you fucking whore. You know, Embers was great for a while. Now he's become a prick again. He says, this is the first podcast in the history that you couldn't be filming inside an elevator. You know what? I hope the devil takes your soul tonight, you son of a bitch.
Well, Embers Arcade also said that, he just said that. I've outlived 9 physical fitness influencers in the span of my 18-year YouTube career. I've outlived 9 of them. All of them died before they were 30.
Yeah, Embers. Suck a bag of moldy zombies.
So for me to say I outlived Sam Sulik is not a stretch. He's probably going to be number 10.
Listen to this. Juicy Booch has dropped 5 Jaffe gift memberships. Thank you for that, Juicy Booch. We really do appreciate that. It is very, unlike Wings and his cohorts over at Locale, that all they have to do is take a shit and they get $1,000 a day.
I make no money from Locale.
Juicy Booch, this is how we do it in the old country, and we appreciate it, Juicy Booch. Thank you. Amber Heard's Dung says, Wings, can you give me a ban? Amber Heard's Turb, just for old time's sake. I don't know anything about what you guys got up to.
I don't know.
During the 7 minutes I got in the closet.
I got a lot of hate.
Yeah, you still you have some trauma around your time on the internet, don't you?
Still to this day.
Yeah. I mean, is that something you ever think you're going to put time into sort of healing, or is it like that's just your shtick and what do you?
Well, there's no way to heal something that is actively going on.
Oh, it still goes on?
Yeah.
So, okay, is it like the Amber Lynn thing? I don't mean you're like Amber Lynn, but in terms of my understanding about her is that one of the reasons she's so successful right now is most people like to hate watch her and rip her apart.
That's me.
When I don't see that in this chat. I mean, I don't see that when you're on.
This is your audience.
Okay, but so you're saying when you go on and do your daily shooter streams, the vast majority of the chat are just people being mean to you?
50%.
I mean, yeah. So, but it's like you don't want to walk away from it because you make a lot of money doing it.
Not a lot. My issue where I'm at is I got money saved up, but I don't got enough to retire. Right.
Okay.
And so I still need to make money in my life. Right. I still need to push the status quo. So, and I'm 450 pounds. I have a lot of issues with mobility right now. It's basically because I have a sedentary job and I'm 450 pounds. Yeah. I'm still mobile, but I don't see myself going and standing for 8 hours doing any level of job that I could get with a 20-year work gap.
Okay.
So the best money I could make in South Carolina, which the minimum wage is $7.25 is YouTube and online, right? This is the best money I can make. So I got to make it work. And there's people out there trying not for me to make it work. For example, Like, who was the last? Amber Heard's dung donated just
Amber
now?
Heard's turd. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, if that was my chat, there'd be a group of people that would be looking to try to dox her right now and call like her personal job and stuff like that and try to get her to never donate to me again. And
even when you're on locale, that was happening?
No. Locale was a different audience that we cultivated with like,
okay.
And we created Locale Live because me and Boogie had similar level of hate. And Keem wanted to monetize that hate.
Okay.
So we created Locale Live and it kind of became its own thing. Right.
Right. And you got away from that because you were finding it was just too weird little skits and putting mustard in your butthole and all that. Is that the reason you walked away from a lot of that?
I hate having bosses.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I sold my part of the company, I knew I wasn't long for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of like somebody telling me to clean the bathroom. Like you can ask me to clean the bathroom. If you're like, hey, you think you clean the bathroom? Yeah, I'll go clean the bathroom. But if you clean the bathroom where you're fired, I'll tell you to eat my ass.
So you're saying that when you sold your part of the company, you didn't want to be around being like an employee.
No. I was cool with being an employee, and then like fat camp happened.
Oh, right.
Then fat camp happened, and then I was off for months, and then like I got back, and I'm like, I kind of want to do my own thing. And then they convinced me to come back for a little bit, and I was like, I still don't really like this. Like the money's really good, right? At least
the money's really good
when I was over there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I'd much rather be making my own stuff.
I get it.
For less money. For less money, I'd rather be making my own stuff. And right now I'm getting blocked from doing that because of people actively trying to like cut me off at the knees. And it's all because of shit I said on PK, which is another podcast I made from like 2008 to 2014.
Okay, what did you say?
Just outlandish shit. Like I don't even really want to repeat it because they'll just weaponize it against me for saying it again.
All right, well, don't say it. But I mean, what was
it's just like questioning like the age of consent and stuff like that. Like really shock jockey things. Like the internet used to be a different beast.
It did, and you were younger. And more importantly, look, I definitely do not think the age of consent should be lower, but it's lower in other countries. And it's
not even that. I don't even believe what I said. I just said it to get clicks.
Right. But I get that. But what I'm saying is I think everything should be open for discussion. And frankly, the people who do come here and try to cancel me, because I do have conversations that a lot of people would say no. I'm just like, I don't care.
Well, my thing was like, we were talking about a story on PK and it was about a 19-year-old boy who got a blowjob from his 17-year-old girlfriend.
Okay.
Right. And her parents didn't like him.
Right.
So now her parents are pressing statutory rape charges against the 19-year-old.
Because the age difference.
Because the age, right. Because the age difference, right? Because he's 19, he's technically adult, she's 17, she's technically a minor.
Sure.
Right.
And so they use that as
in my head, the first thing I thought about, I'm 25 now. In my head, the first thing I thought about was my high school days and all the girls being promiscuous in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to find most people that have a problem with a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old dating and having sex. In high school together.
And I translated that
18 yet, and he just turned 19.
Well, I translated that to all the people in high school. And I took it to the most extreme. I'm like, what's the youngest age you can get to high school at? And I just boom, 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 because it's like, and like, yeah, I regret saying it. And that people try to make me out to be a pedophile because of that. And it's like I'm married to a woman of age appropriate. Like,
it's like, what is that? Like, let me ask you, why do you care since you're your own boss?
Because they weaponize it. Because like,
in what way? Because you're not a pedophile.
What service do you use to bring up the donations on the screen here? Stream Elements, Streamlabs.
YouTube. Well, right now I'm using Streamlabs on Talk Studio.
I'm banned from Streamlabs because I run a pedophile ring. They used that quote, they sent it to Streamlabs and got me banned from it. Same thing with Stream Elements. I can't accept donations and put stuff on my screen no more because I've said that 15 years ago.
I mean, have you reached out to them?
I've reached out to them, but they create a free service, so they don't care. It's like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. I mean, I get that, but you're still one of the biggest YouTubers around. I mean, so sucks to be them.
Well, but it feels like I'm doing my job with my hands tied behind my back. You know what I'm saying? Like
I do. I do. But
Just imagine
I think it's naive to assume that you're going to do shock jock material and there aren't going to be people who take issue with it.
Right.
Of course there are, right?
Right. But like, there has to be a limit, right? Like I said this shit, like I'm 40 now. I said this shit when I was 25. That's like 15 years ago.
Yeah. I think it's shitty, but you know,
like Fat Camp didn't give me a good look either, but like,
well, yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, like I
own that camera and people like you. And frankly, and I know it's impossible to tell somebody not to worry about it, but I do think you internalize it more. I can just say from the outside looking in, as someone that doesn't really have a history with you up until I met you in Fat Camp Locale, I think you're great. And I think you internalize a lot of this shit that most people don't even think about because you are myopic to these people that are picking on you. And I get it, man. But it's not serving you, right?
The problem is like this recently has been cutting into my bottom line because of that. And it's like, how do you fix this? How do you stop people from doing this kind of stuff? Which is, it is what it is. I don't know how to deal with it. I shouldn't even talk about it, honestly. Like, it just give them attention that they enjoy. Because like, you're now going to be on their channel and they're going to laugh and they might even start fucking with you.
You're more than welcome to laugh. You're more than, I mean, what do you want?
And I always try not to bring this stuff up with you because I don't want to affect your bottom line, because I want you to be my friend. I am
your friend. But what I'm saying to you though is it's like, you know, I live in a world that I can sue people that try to affect my bottom line, and I will, and I have. And if they want to just be dicks to be dicks, and I hope
how you going to sue somebody you don't know their name?
Oh, you think a lawyer can't find the ISP and find who that person is? You think he can't go and subpoena
how much your lawyer charge?
Doesn't matter. That person's going to be on the hook.
No, I'm asking you for me. I'll pay
$700 an hour.
Can he do it in 1 hour?
Maybe. But what I'm saying though is, you don't sue with the assumption that you are going to be the one paying the legal bills. You sue because they're taking damages, and part of the damages is they're going to be on the fucking hook.
Yeah, but you can't get blood from a stone either. I know these are like 22-year-olds that live with their parents.
You know, but you'll wreck them, and you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I still have to pay.
I don't even want to wreck them. I'd love them to call in and go, "Why are you being such a dick?" Is this really, you know? And I'm not one of those guys that's like, you should be better than this. No, maybe this is exactly as good as they are. But I do like the idea though of some of them might be like, dude, what's the end game here? You know? And I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they told me their end game. Their end game is two outcomes: the end the Minecraft game or get me off the internet.
Why? Because you said something you clearly don't even believe in?
Correct. Something I've apologized for multiple times.
Mm. Yeah, Machine says, listen, Jaffe ain't ever been PR safe, ain't ever going to be. Wings, you can say whatever you want. Wait, besides the stuff you were mentioning. Okay. Look, I get you. When it comes to cutting
I'll go this far. Like Transformers 4 was more hardcore than what I said.
Okay.
Well,
Jaffe invited Vera Dark and Asmongold, and they chickened out, says PK. I don't think they chickened out. I think Asmongold, I can't stand that guy, but I think that guy's massive. He doesn't need me. And I don't consider myself as much of a hater as Vera Dark as I was when I made that video. I've gotten the sense that she does actually game and knows what she's talking about. So that part I'm not going to come at her on. It's so weird. Oh, it's just so weird. Discord's so weird. I'm just now on my phone getting the call from you on Discord like an hour ago.
Yeah, it does that.
I don't know why it does that. So, well, and so that's the reason you left Locale recently, like, or is you were managing a show, you were managing nerds, and then I guess all that shit started.
They doxed both of the people I was managing the first night, and they started doxing the donators in real time.
Guys, if you're watching, you know he's not a pedophile, right? You're just harassing the guy now.
They don't care. That's just a white knight. They don't care. It's a game to them. This is what they do to pass their time.
Mm.
Wow. And like, it's one of those things I've had to suffer in silence with for 10 years now.
There's got to be something you can do.
I mean, I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best. Go
to a goddamn. You ever go to therapy? Go to therapy. I've told you go to therapy. Go to goddamn therapy. I'm sure a good therapist will go. Wings, we won't call you that. That'd be weird. Jordy, he'd say, "Here's what we're gonna do. We need a plan." is ridiculous. You can't carry on this way. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for your marriage. It's not good for your soul. Let's figure this. People have comebacks all the time. Come on now, Jordy. Let's do this. Therapy's not a scam, K-Nubs. Fuck you son of a bitch.
Well, the answer to this question is easy, but it goes back to what we talked about the entire show. Being able to, I know how to lose weight. I've spent $100,000 losing weight between surgery, therapist, nutritionist.
Okay, so forget the weight. How do you change
the weight's
this?
the weight's a big thing for it, right? Because if I could lose the weight, and I could document myself losing the weight, I have a second career spurt.
Okay. So there you go. So what's the problem? That sounds great.
But the problem is I know like losing the weight. I know how to lose weight. I know how to film it. I know how to light it properly. I know how to do everything to make the soup. But how do you continually stay motivated to do that? And that's the hard part. That's the hard part.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. But well, would you be doing it because you just want to have a second career in your YouTube world, or would you be doing it because, right? I mean, because you're saying
the honest answer is my wife's a cancer survivor, and her cancer can come back at any time, and I need to save as much money as humanly possible. And my whole driving force is that. And
you want to also be there for her, right? You don't want to die
possibly.
early.
I mean, that's a side effect of it.
Right. Then you've got a great motivation. So go. What's stopping you? Okay, then you need to go to therapy then.
The feeling, like the constant fear of failure.
Yeah, but you're failing right now by allowing that to keep you from doing it.
Like, I'm perfectly comfortable sitting up here with you and talking for free.
Oh, yeah.
But if you ever offered to pay me to sit up here, I would stress about it.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, the good news is, Jordy, we don't make any money here.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, if I know. Yeah,
you would stress about it because, like, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm not doing a good enough job.
I'm not doing a good job. I need to bring more money to the table. I need to bring more exposure to the table."
Therapy, Jordy. There are people.
Yeah, I've had therapy, man.
It
doesn't work.
Therapy.
Maybe not, but like, how many thousands of dollars you spend to get the good therapy? Not
much. Not much.
I live in bumfuck nowhere. We live in a.
You do it online. You do it online. I'm seriously, man. There are people that I don't like all therapists, but there are very good therapists out there. One of them is Full Metal. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Crypt, that's our local show. Me too. Has been really good and hilarious this week. You three are gold. It's my Friday happy weekend, Jaffe. Also, you can tell PlayStation 2 to make a GTA 6 on PS4. Yeah, good luck with that. I heard you worked there. Yeah, back in the day. Thank you, Full Metal. I appreciate that. Nice words, kind words. Thank you, buddy. We love it when Jordy comes on Crypt. But again, he's a busy guy and he's doing his own thing. But you know that. Whenever you want to come on. Anna G says this was a good show. Wings, you need to come back. You goddamn right. K-Nubs wants to know this, Wings, from you. Wings, are you a KFC or a Popeyes guy?
Popeyes is too expensive right now. Like, honestly, like, I hate to be that person, but like a 5 tender block at Popeyes is like $17 right now. Like, it's too expensive. Like, I prefer Popeyes food, but they either fuck something up. You pretty much, your order is a suggestion to them. Like, if you want something, like, you go to get what they give you and you pay your $17.
Yeah, you'll get what you get. You don't get upset.
Yeah. And like, it's just that whole Burger King thing.
Oh yeah. No, okay. Fair enough. Well, my advice will always be look for a good therapist. It'll change your life in a great way. Heroic says Crypt has been asked this week. I'm so over the ALR after show, dude. I try, and I do think I can steer the show away from that, but it's hard to argue with the ducats coming in from people that all they want to do is talk about that. But I don't think we talk about it. We certainly have our own topics a good 60 to 80% of every show. Every now and then we'll do an ARL thing because Tech personally is going through some shit, but that's the only reason. We don't give a shit. That's what I would say. Okay. All right.
I'm just glad I don't have to do the fucking bus show. More power to Tech.
I know, man. I know. It sounds
he doesn't even do it for them. He doesn't even get paid what he deserves to get paid for doing that.
No, he doesn't. And that's why I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, just go do another show.
If I was him, I'd say, fuck Fupa, get that bitch off and take her cut, and just him versus Amber every night. That's what the show should be.
She's already got another show anyway.
Right. And like, he deserves the full percentage. That's a hard job.
Yeah.
That's the hardest job in LCU. The only person that works harder than Tech does right now in the LCU is probably Yo Mama.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, so I don't ask me why. I've told him. I've been like, you should tell Tech you need, or Keem you need more money, because I know the percentage he gets. I'm not going to say it, but you know it as well. And it's like, holy shit, man, what are you doing? But he also loves it. He cares about all that.
Pizza's like, when we're almost up an adult film star. Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
You've been an adult film star a couple times?
No, I've almost slept with him. Well, I got an opportunity to be an adult film in an adult film one time.
Okay.
They were going to pay
almost slept with an adult. Like, what does that mean? Like it was a sure thing, and then you
had one come on to me, but I was in a relationship at the time.
Was she famous?
Yeah. Was
it Sasha Grey?
No, it was not Sasha Grey.
Then I don't care.
It was not Sasha Grey.
That's the only one I love. She's my girlfriend.
But I would say famous, but she did multiple videos and she was known.
Okay.
But like the and I'm not gonna say her name because I'm not gonna put her out there. But the other one was like a porn company offered me like $5,000 to like go get my dick sucked by like whoever I wanted to pick
as
in their
Wings
roster.
Of Redemption.
Yeah, as Wings of Redemption. Yeah,
that's awesome. None of us video game people ever got any of that. There was never
like it's not a secret. I'm well endowed.
Secret to me. How would I know? How would I know that?
Well, it's leaked on the internet.
Oh, your penis is out there?
Yeah.
Well, now I want to look. What do I search? I don't.
I mean, like it's
but
funny.
It's a big dick. It's a big dick.
Yeah. It's funny because it was trolling that did that too. Like, can I tell the story real quick before we leave?
Yeah.
I was talking to this redhead girl and I was 27 at the time, and she was in college. She was 22.
Yeah.
And I was talking to this redhead girl, and we were on Skype and we're FaceTiming and stuff like that. And lo and behold, she was attracted to me, and I'm like, this is news to me because I'm a big fat land monster, right? Okay. Like, okay, so
all that really positive self-talk's doing wonders for you, pal. Keep
yeah, yeah. And but like she starts going hard. I mean, like she starts talking and getting sexual. So next thing I know, she's taking her like leggings off and like she's playing with herself on camera.
Okay.
And she goes, I want to see yours. So I'm like, I'm not comfortable pulling out on camera, but I'll take a picture for you.
Okay.
So like,
all right. Okay.
So I took a picture and I sent it to her, and like I'm nervous during this picture, but you know, it is what it is. And I sent it to her, and 9 years goes by. Right? Nothing happens with me with that girl. That was the only really encounter.
Okay.
You know, so 9 years goes by, and now I'm getting hated on by the internet. Right? This is like 2017, 2018.
Okay.
And
but you were already well known.
Yeah, I was well known back then. I've been 18 years. Right? Okay. And the phone she used for that Skype call, she upgraded her phone and left it in like a drawer of a house.
Okay.
And her brother went and changed the battery in that phone and went back looking for that photo because she told him that she had it.
Okay.
So like a troll went back through her phone and found my dick pic and uploaded it on the internet from his sister's phone from like 9 years prior. And
because
that's how my dick pic
you?
As a way to get back to me. Like it doesn't get shopped around a lot because it's like, oh, how we make fun of this.
Right. I mean, like, keep it coming, motherfuckers.
But like I always find it funny that my dick pic got on the internet because it happened 9 years after the fact of taking it, and I didn't put it on myself.
Good God, that's fantastic. I love that.
It's like,
she was pretty though, the redhead.
She was a standard white girl. Like
I've never been with a redhead, Wings. That's the goddamn.
I have neither. I'm
almost were. At least saw one did herself.
I'm a brunette big girl. Like I like a voluptuous woman that's got curly brunette hair. Yep. That can finish off a tour of Italy.
Oh my. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Damn, Olive Garden sounds good.
Yeah. Dude, I keep making it think because I remember taking a skinny girl, one of my only skinny girls I ever dated. I took her to Olive Garden and she orders the tour of Italy. And all that bitch does is push it around on her plate. And this is like $20 a plate, right? You know, tour of Italy is not cheap.
No, well, it's Italy. It's the whole fucking country.
Yeah. It's like, so like, she's like, oh, I'm done. And she leaves it there. And she took like 3 bites out of everything. So I'm like, nah, we ain't leaving this. I'm giving it to my dog. You know, well, it's like
me. I mean, I eat it. Keep going.
But like that's where that joke comes from. I'm like, I want a girl that can finish a tour of Italy because at that moment I'm like, I like girls that like to eat. Like I
like girls that don't get all snooty if you take them to the goddamn Olive Garden. The goddamn Olive Garden is a goddamn national treasure.
What the fuck's the tour of Italy? The tour of Italy is you get chicken parmesan, lasagna, and like I think fettuccine alfredo. You get 3 main dishes in one.
Oh, the fettuccine alfredo. What is the magic they make that with? The fucking fettuccine alfredo. Wings, let's do a goddamn ad for the Olive Garden right now. I think we just did one. I mean,
I go to eat the salad and I take the plate. And I usually take my plate and the $6 side home. Because they sometimes give you like a $6 all
yeah. Do you know? Okay. You can order the breadsticks to go, right? And you call them and you say, I'd like to come in. I want to pick up breadsticks. They say, fine. How many do you want? You can get up to 24. It's like you're a mafioso. They give it to you in a long cardboard box that opens on a hinge. And so you open it like you're opening like a Tommy gun or something that you're going to go assassinate somebody with. And it's just this beautiful row of beautifully baked, buttered, goddamn Olive Garden breadsticks. It is. You knocked me off of my feet. Remember Michael Jackson did that? And he's like,
life hack. You could also buy their dressing there from them. It's like $6. Yeah, it's like $6 a bottle. But you can buy the dressing they put on the salad. Because I like to dip my breadsticks in the dressing.
Wink. Pot's kicking in. Wings. Pot's kicking in.
Yeah.
Do you remember I just did that little joke about Michael Jackson? Remember that?
That motherfucker had a kid named Blanket. Who names their fucking kid Blanket?
Prince in Paris. And he seemed, I'm not so convinced as more and more stuff comes out that he was a pedophile. I'm really not convinced he was.
I'm not convinced.
I don't know, but there's more and more coming out that sounds like he was being totally played by really big powers that be.
I don't think he's a pedophile at all. I think it was people trying to tarnish his name.
And you can relate.
Well, I look at it like Dave Chappelle.
How so?
Dave Chappelle had a big Comedy Central contract for like $50 million, right?
He walked away.
He walked away from it. And the second he walked away from it, they tried to tarnish his name. I forgot what they said about him. But they tried to make him out to be a bad person the second he walked away because he didn't like the way the contract was going.
Okay.
And I think Michael Jackson's in the same boat where like he walked away from money and somebody was going to lose a lot of money from Michael Jackson not doing something. And as soon as that did, they tried to tarnish him and blackball him. So because like he was never convicted in court.
No, he was not. And the kid.
He just had a lot of intricacies. Like he had, he had the Neverland Ranch. He had like toys. He had the monkey.
What do you want? He's a fucking genius. He made brilliant fucking music. Leave him alone.
One of the best to ever do it.
Law, then throw his ass in a goddamn cell. But otherwise, fuck off.
I mean, there's other people I consider the best to ever do it that actually are crazy, like Kanye West. But
he's literally though, right? He suffers from, I think,
bipolar at least,
something like that. Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Here's the deal. Wings of Redemption.
Yes.
When you're with your woman, does she call you Wings of Redemption?
No, she calls me Jordy.
I only ask because like both Sarah, my daughter, who's Tech's fiance, and me, we just call him Tech. It's weird.
We don't call him Tech in real life. What is his real name?
I don't. He doesn't want me to say.
I bet it sounds like Jose or something.
He doesn't want me to say that. But I'm just saying it's funny that your wife isn't like, Wings, can you bring in the groceries from the car? Does she love you because you're famous? Is that like her thing?
She hated that. Like,
did she really?
Because like she was part of one of the PKA stories. Like she stood me up on our first date.
Because why?
She got nervous.
Because
she'd have to tell you but she got nervous.
She put her on the show.
Okay. Kelly
Blue Book. How much is your car? Come here. Go to kellybluebook.com and figure out if you can afford to sell your car and buy the engagement ring for the love of your life. Kelly Blue Book.
You got pants on?
It's not really blue, but it's called the blue. It's this. You'll
come
sit down. Just go to Kelly anyway. Week.
Okay, go put on pants. She got to put on pants. She walks around in her underwear.
Good for her. PKA did Wings Dirty. I thought that was your company too, or did you? That was another one of those.
That was
employee things.
It was 3 guys on a verbal contract.
Yeah.
When we started it, and I got voted off the island because I was in a bad headspace. Because like 20 13 happened, and we had these things called machinima contracts, and we were making loads of money, more than that we should have. And then I stopped making money. I was like, oh, my money went down by 66%, and I'm like, I got kind of depressed and started eating more and things like that. And, like, I was trying to do things that made my depression go away, like going to concerts and like going out with girls.
One moment, just go get on the mic, you whore. Nobody needs to see that. It's close to me as it is.
Guess he got fired from Buzz.
Go get on the goddamn mic, you fucking idiot. Go get on the fucking mic after you bring me a Diet Coke. Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Talking about this, why you stood me up.
I made the rice. You want some rice and soy sauce?
With a Diet Coke?
All right.
But come get on the camera and talk to Wings and Kelly. We want to hear about it. Kelly Blue Book, how are you, darling?
Just dandy. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. You see, I'm very high. That's unfortunate for you because you're arriving at the point where now I basically channel the person I was in my last life, which I think is a Broadway producer named Frank Stone. But the point, Kelly, is Wing says, or Jordy says, wink, Jordy says that the reason you stood him up the first date is you were nervous. Is that true? And if so, what were you nervous about, Kelly?
Homeboy called me multiple times, like too many to make it normal.
Wait a minute. He asked you out to begin with, correct?
I would say it was more of a mutual thing. I did be like, what were we doing? What are you doing? And then like he really jumped on it, which I'm like, okay, whatever. And then
wait, I'm sorry, I need data. How many times, like what do you mean by that? How many times did he call you within a week?
Oh no, this was just in the time he was coming to meet me.
2-hour drive.
And you called me like 8 times.
I didn't call you 8 times. I called you 5.
Why was he continuing to call? Was he like, are you sure you want to see me? What was it insecurity?
Where to pick you up from. Or where to
I don't know why he continued to call, but it freaked me out.
You didn't pick up. I didn't know where to get you
Okay,
from.
so the way Wings had said it was he was like, you were nervous, like kind of playing coy and shy. You mean you were nervous and he's a fucking freak.
Lunatic, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, now I get it. He doesn't paint you well, Kelly. I don't like this. I like Wings, but I don't like this. He's not painting you well. I think he's threatened by your aura.
By my aura?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's my aura?
Your aura.
Does it have a color?
It's kind of like nice people. Oh, thank you, baby. Go get on the fucking thing, man.
I'm gonna go pee.
Does your aura have a color? Yeah.
Yes. What color is my aura?
Vanilla purple.
See, I always thought it was yellow.
Kelly, I'm high, man. Come on, man.
So your vision is a little distorted right now. I feel you.
No, baby. I think you're a delightful little knucklehead. Huh?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you've been married to this guy, this chucklehead. For how long you been married to the fella?
It'll be 6 years next month.
And are you enjoying that, the married life?
Of course.
I mean, of course. I was married for over 10 years. I got divorced. I was glad I did.
Right. But like, if I wasn't happy, I would have already been divorced.
Oh, you're a fucking modern woman. I like that.
Exactly.
Like that. What's the thing you love most about the fella? That's what we all want to know.
He genuinely has a very good heart.
He does, doesn't he?
He really does.
I know. I'm not fucking with you. He seems like a very sweet guy. And I tell him I think he would be better off if he got some therapy, but he won't stand for it. He won't hear of it.
I know. I have told him the same.
Well, why won't he do it, Kelly?
He says therapy doesn't work.
But he doesn't know. He's, that's like saying cars are bad because you've just had some shitty cars.
Or bad mechanics.
Right.
I agree.
Sure.
I feel he hasn't had the right relationship with his therapist.
Exactly. Listen, 2 questions. Have you been to therapy and have you had a good experience?
Yes and yes.
Right. So the people who get a good experience recommend it. So he needs to listen. Now, I don't think he can hear us right now. So let me tell you
something. He can't.
He said to me that if you play your cards right, you might get a little loving tonight. That's what he said that. He says he's very well endowed. I can see it on the internet.
Is.
Right. And he says you might get a little bit of that wings of thrusting I'm not
just,
even fucking
just
with
a
you.
little bit.
Well, I didn't. It's not up to me to determine.
Well,
that,
I mean, we already did have a little this afternoon.
you had a little
so-
afternoon delight, huh?
We
What's
did.
what's his thing? What's he do really well that no other man has done that well? That's what I'd like to know. Carlingus?
He does everything better than any other dude I've ever known.
Is he the first guy you ever fucked?
Yes.
Oh, well, come on now. Us fat guys, though, are good at cunnilingus. We're really good at that. What do you think about that I just said, Kelly?
Are you trying to make me blush and make me uncomfortable because it's working?
No, we're just flirting with you. Just flirting with you a little bit. A wink.
I don't think that's flirting, but okay.
Oh, I'm not very good at it. Oh, I'm rubbish at it, you see. I'm just messing with you, baby. I'm high, man. I love you, Kelly. You know that.
I know I didn't. This is the first time we've talked.
Yeah, but we've had a spiritual connection ever since I saw you on the television show.
Which one?
The Good Doctor, the hit ABC show, The Good Doctor.
Oh, I did. Not Saved by the Bell?
I love that show, but I don't like learning that Screech was not really friends with Zach as actors. What kind of show
doesn't it make sense though?
Yes.
Doesn't it make more sense?
Yeah.
Because when you look at your high school experience,
Oh yeah,
would a guy like Zach been friends with a guy like Screech?
he would have punched it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it never made sense.
You ever seen
No.
Christine? Artie?
What about now? What do you watch now? Do you and Wings watch a show together? That's my favorite part about being coupled was when you'd have a show.
It's not so much a show. Like when we first got married, I used to make him watch 90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
But now, pretty much, it's not really so much a show. We have a couple YouTube things that we watch together, but the most thing we do is watch the Braves together. We both
good.
grew up
Atlanta?
loving the Atlanta Braves.
You're not in Atlanta though, are you?
We're not, but we're in Braves country because.
What you mean?
Okay, so back in the day when we were younger, there was a channel called TBS.
I know that.
And when Ted Turner owned the Braves,
Mhm.
that was the only baseball you could get in any area around here. So,
I don't want to know
the
where you live, but what
The
state
whole
are you in?
Southeast is pretty much what they call Braves country.
So what state are you in? Can you say that?
South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Because I grew up in Alabama.
Yeah, everybody
And
knows.
so
Everyone
the
knows.
Braves
we're
was
from
our
South
team
Carolina.
too, because we only had a B circuit team, the Bears.
Right.
Address too.
Right. Yeah, everyone knows our address too, but that's beside itself.
No. Okay.
But yeah, so
what is
like
the stuff you guys watch on YouTube besides my stuff, of course?
obviously
Oh,
yours
yeah.
is the biggest. We watch gas station encounters.
I've never heard of that. Is it what it sounds like?
Beer meets food.
Pretty much.
Okay.
People come in. He shows the video of different people stealing different stuff from their gas station.
Yeah.
And the stuff they choose to steal is hilarious. It really is.
Yeah.
Because it's like they'll go pay $20 for their cigarettes, but then they're going to steal their $2 drink.
Okay.
Makes
What-
sense.
Yeah. What else do you watch?
Beard
on YouTube?
meets food.
Weird meets food?
Beard meets food. It's a guy from the United Kingdom. He travels all around and does food competitions in restaurants.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's pretty good. And we watch a lot of like criminal lawyer reacts or
Yeah, I
the
love it.
civil rights attorneys.
Yeah. I like it when
Stuff
the
like
cops
that.
pull people over and
That
they're
was a
like,
criminal.
Yeah, that's criminal lawyer. Right?
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
You ever watch
Sorry.
the cops when they pull somebody over and the guy knows their rights and he's like, you can't fuck with me.
Yes, we do that. We watch that a lot together.
Love those, baby. Love those. I don't like how a lot of the internet treats Wings. He's a very sweet, nice guy, and it's taken a toll on him.
Watch Trump
He
make an ass of
is.
himself.
It has. Oh, we also watched that.
What?
We watched Donald Trump be Donald Trump.
Oh, I hate that man. I hate him.
He's just very ignorant, so we just laugh at it. Like,
And
why
cruel.
nobody told you about Pearl Harbor? Well, you're president of the United States. I'm kind of hoping you already knew about it, but okay.
No. Yeah, but I we'll keep working on him from our own different angles to get him.
I
into some
appreciate that.
good therapy because he needs, come on, man. Somebody with a heart that good needs to let it out, let it shine, like the hit
I
Disney
agree.
Channel show, Let It Shine. It was a series, a movie. it was called Let It Shine. He was the son of a preacher, but he wanted to be a pop star. He ended up starring in Abbott Elementary. It doesn't matter. The point is,
well, now I got to go find it.
It was good. The kid who starred in Everybody Hates Chris is the kid in Let It Shine.
Because you recommended it, so now I have to go find it.
Not as much as The Good Doctor, or Only Murders in the Building.
I'll try to take some time away from watching Judge Judy and the People's Court to fit these in my schedule.
They don't know that you're a Judge Judy addict.
It's okay.
What about The Blacklist?
I haven't seen that.
That's good. Show.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. I lived a very sheltered life as a child.
Yeah.
You don't watch them now.
Or adult.
Like I tried to get you to watch Jaws. You wouldn't watch Jaws.
You didn't watch Jaws, baby? What's wrong?
Just didn't have a desire to watch it.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. You know what's a good movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is. It's my favorite movie, Kelly.
What's his favorite movie?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You never seen the Indiana?
I know what it is. I just had never had a. Well, I want to watch a dude just dressed in safari suits.
He's not on a safari. He's chasing after the Lost Ark of the Covenant.
He does these things to push his professoring along.
His professoring?
Yeah.
Is professoring a word?
It is today. It is today.
Because Jordy said it.
Yeah, you got damn right.
Exactly.
Look,
okay.
I don't really know why Indiana Jones goes on the adventures, but I know he does it because he wants to like grant.
You know the only thing I remember about Indiana Jones? The show, I remember it being a part, like when Full House, when the whole family went to Disney World, they saw the Indiana Jones show, and that's all I remember about Indiana Jones.
The stunt show or the Temple of the Forbidden Eye?
It was a stunt show type thing at Disney World.
Oh,
you know, Steve came and surprised DJ. I'm sure none of these people know who this is.
I know. And
I know you know.
It made me sad that the girl, Jodie Sweden, had such a tough life. That made me sad. But she's better now.
Favorite movie?
Huh? Yeah, she is better now. What was that, honey? Oh.
What happened?
Oh, we're reading the donation that What's Eating Gilbert Grape is my favorite movie.
Well, yeah, but Amber says they're calling it What's Eating Gilbert's Grape. That's not what it's called, but still, it's a great movie. Wings is the greatest.
That might be an actual movie title, but
it might be. That's right.
I don't want to know.
Wings is the greatest
What's
Rainbow Six
Eating
player on the
Gilbert?
planet, says Golf Franchise. Congrats on beating the surgery, says Wings. Golf. Sterling, thank you for the gifted membership. We appreciate it. K-Nub says, Jaffe, when are you going to have a Cuties Michael Jackson movie night? Fuck you, son of a bitch. Goddamn right. All right. Well, Kelly, listen. It was nice to talk to you, buddy. It's nice to finally put a name to the face.
Thank you. It was very nice to talk to you as well.
You and I are going out to the Olive Garden with Jordy. We're going to have a tour of Italy. What do you think of that I just said?
I can't finish it anymore, so he might be disappointed.
He said that was the number one thing he loved about you.
So now he might find someone that can.
God damn it, Jordy. Don't be so shallow.
Right?
Yeah, man.
All right. I'm going to give you back to him.
All right, buddy. See you later.
See ya.
Night, baby girl.
Night, honey.
She says, listen, she doesn't know if she can finish the goddamn tour of Italy anymore.
She had weight loss surgery.
Yeah. So now what happens?
We usually take everything to go home.
Skinny and shit, and she's all
well,
like,
she did.
Look at my sexy body.
She did. Like she was like 150 pounds at fat camp, and then like after fat camp, we both gained weight because like we were just stressed out and
yeah, I get it.
Like we both put on like I think she's put on 40 and I put on like 50 pounds.
Man, weight sucks for people like me.
Well, it's one of the things like which is funny. We gained the weight on the most dumb generic food known to man, and it goes straight on what we were talking about today. We had Tyson country fried steaks, and we went on a kick with Tyson country fried steaks, and they're just salt. That's all they are, just salt and fucking processed meat.
Yeah, life's short, baby.
Every day, eat 6 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like every day. Like anytime I felt bad about myself or stressed out, two fucking country fried steaks right here. Bang, bang. Puts hot sauce on them. Give me a Coke to wash it down.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're at least trying to get more healthy. That's impressive.
Well, I'm getting old, man. It's like it's got to the point where motherfuckers dying around me.
Really?
Well,
you're younger than I am.
Yeah, but like when you get 40, you're starting to get to an age bracket where death is an actual possibility, where people are actually dying now.
Not for some accident, but just because their body gave out.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's not too many 450-pound grandfathers out there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Like
you want to be a granddad?
No, I can't have kids, but like
I'm just saying. That's why I was asking.
I'd like to live into my 70s.
Why not? How long did your dad live?
71.
Was he a big guy?
No.
Oh, okay. Was your mom a big lady?
Nope.
Was your grandpa?
Yes.
And how long did he live?
He died of cancer, but he was 64.
Okay. Well, listen. What always fun to talk to you. This is.
Is it because I have my own topics?
No, just because you're an interesting guy to talk to, and you're self-reflective and you're self-aware, and a lot of people are not. And so it's good to have a conversation with somebody that can actually, bat the ball of conversation around.
So I seen that you asked my wife about sexual stuff.
Well, no, I asked her, I said, did you know he has a huge cock? And she said, of course.
Oh.
And I said, what is the thing that he does better than any other guy? And she said, oh, I think he does everything better. And I said, is he the only guy you ever had sex with? And she said, well, yes. And I said, oh, okay.
No. Regardless of that, I am the best.
Okay.
I'm unabashed about that. I'm a sex god. If I was like fucking Silver Skylines, look, I would totally be like the number one Dirk Diggler of the world.
What makes you so good?
Autism.
Hey, no. In the hit ABC show, The Good Doctor, the guy had autism.
Yeah.
And he still does. I mean, the character does. And he had sex for the first time, and the women loved him. Because he was so, yes, he was exactly. He was so focused on doing it right. And
if I'm petting the hood, I'm feeling every texture of it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the pressure consistently. I'm doing it. I'm trying not to, rub a hole in the carpet. I'm rotating the friction around. If somebody like touches your arm like this too much, it might feel good to begin with, but if you do it too much, too often, it becomes uncomfortable. You want to spread it around so you have more cells firing off. I think about that kind of stuff. Like how are the cells reacting to it? How far to overstimuli, stuff like that. You want to keep them. There's a green bar that you want to keep them in.
Absolutely. It's like a mini game.
Yeah. It's like a mini game. And it's I think about that when I'm pleasuring somebody.
Super Mario Party is the
but I've never had a partner that was disappointed with me in the bed, even at my size.
Crazed Assassin, fuck you, motherfucker. He's so dumb. He's such a troll.
The lack of self-awareness is staggering.
I don't know if he's talking about you or me, but still, it's great. I don't think he believes that you can be a Lothario, if that's the right term. I think it might be, in the bedroom, because probably you're a big guy. But it's like, hey, big guys try harder, and especially autistic big guys. They try harder and they have the details.
Well, my autism only goes one thing. I hyperfocus. If you ever see me play a shooter, I'll go. It's because when somebody kills me and they weren't in my little tunnel.
Awareness, yeah.
Yeah, it literally gives me a jump scare.
That's fun. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's like.
And it's like you should do on your streams if you don't, because you don't like doing your streams, right? Like you do them because you have to. You should bring on a co-host to just talk while you're playing.
I'd love to, but I can't trust nobody. I've tried that before, and people just the trolls weasel their way in and just start saying the N-word, and then I got to take the stream down.
Oh, God. Idiots.
And it's I could use the same people over and over again, but you run out of stuff to talk about with the same people. I'd love to be able to do a topic centric where I pull people in like you have right now, where people actually come in and want to engage with you and not sabotage you.
Well, some people want to sabotage me, but
who?
That's always, I don't know.
Crazed Assassin?
No, but you know, sometimes people call in and they're trying to troll. And if they're, all I say to them is, look, I don't tolerate hate speech. I'm not gonna. Nobody can be mean to people, but you can fucking have whatever opinion you want. And I've had people on like that. I enjoy talking to people like that because they're so different than I am. That I want to understand their position, even if I probably will never agree with them.
I get lambasted because I said if Hitler came back from the grave, I'd interview him.
I would too. I mean, then I would kill him, but I would interview him.
I mean, like, it is what it is. I would interview him because, like, I want to know what makes him tick. Like, why do you
ask
hate
yourself
these people?
why the people that have the power are so fucking stupid? Because I know what you mean, and you know what you mean, but there are enough people out there that actually think if you want to interview Hitler, if he came back to life, you must hate Jews and be a Nazi.
No, I just want to see. I want to see what makes the person so crazy.
To tell you, of course, Hitler deserves the death penalty. But before he gets it, let's figure out what made one of the biggest murderers on the planet tick for the benefit of all of us. But people don't like nuance, and they like to pretend they have the high road.
Speaking about murders, how about the fucking fact that we just bombed a school children with 100 kids dead and nobody's taking credibility for it?
I thought it was clear it was a American accident or maybe acceptable collateral damage because it was close to, I think, a
military base.
Yeah.
Right. And it is most likely going to be like some type of ancient, because like these missiles, they get built and they sit on shelves for a long time.
Right.
And there's a capacitor that can go bad or like a targeting system that, you know, goes in. I'm not saying it was malice.
Right.
But I'm saying there should have been more of a judicial effort to try to place blame than to be like, oh, we messed up.
I think in the best of administrations, it's hard to know when we get that, what doesn't get shoved away. But certainly in this one.
Yeah. I mean, like their first instinct was to blame Iran. Iran Tomahawk missile their own fucking school.
Right.
This is after their navy's in the bottom of the Mediterranean Ocean or sea.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, I know.
You know, like we destroyed all their ships that might have had the Tomahawk cruise missiles on them. They're in the water, but you know, the school, like this had to be in Iran. Iran did this. We're too good. I don't get that. If you kill 100 school children, you killed 100 school children, no matter what. But again,
that's not the Trump brand, right? The Trump brand is I say something and you believe it, or you pretend like you believe it. Mm-hmm. So for Trump, he's like, why would we ever admit to making a mistake? He's probably more worried that we made a mistake than we killed a bunch of kids. But either way, he doesn't like the optics. Other presidents would say, yeah, this is awful. And we're, you know, but you know, they all lie to us, man. You know that.
Yeah, it's all, but give me the lie at least. Tell me like, it's awful. We're going to look into it. We're going to hold people accountable and just never do it. Right. At least give me the lie. Like being like, oh, it's not our fucking fault. You know, fuck them kids. They should open the strait. You know, it's like
he's a fucking nightmare. And let me tell you something. That assassination attempt, totally phony, totally staged.
Which one?
When
There's
Trump,
two of them.
No, well, the first one, the one they hit the ear, not the one on the golf course, right?
So you think that one's staged, but the bullet was real. They got killed behind him.
Yeah. So what?
So you think they missed on purpose and they had like a squib on his ear?
No, what I'm saying is, yes, I don't think it was a squib. I think it was probably some kind of, you know, effect that he went down and applied it under the podium. I think there was collateral damage that they were, you know, I mean, how many people does Putin push out of a window a year in order to silence his detractors? Do you think Trump, who might very well be in Putin's pocket, is not also going, hey, yeah, we can lose some guy for the greater good? They do it all the time.
Like my tinfoil hat is actually the Charlie Kirk thing, not the Trump thing.
I mean, I don't have any evidence of that, but it wouldn't surprise me. But I don't have any evidence that it was staged.
Well, I just know from like, you might not be a big gun guy, but I used to be a big gun guy. I used to be a Republican. I used to be like just a Republican, South Carolina Republican. And I've shot enough deer in my life to know that's not what a 30 caliber rifle does to a man. Like,
meaning it would do more?
Oh, that would have been, his entire back of his neck would have got blown out. There would have been a big splatter.
Right.
And what it looked like to me was a handgun caliber bullet shot him from the back of the neck and came out the front because the front was an exit wound.
I saw. Yeah.
And
You
like,
don't
that's
think
why
they
it
got,
was-
what do you think of the theory about the guy in the front that had the little hidden, that kind of pulled his sleeve and shot it?
No, he got shot from the back.
Okay.
Like if I was a conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat, he got shot from the back at an angle. Because like there was the videos walking up of the kid walking up the stairs, and it obviously looked like he had a gun barrel shoved down his right leg. He was kind of walking with a limp, had the backpack. He gets up there, puts this rifle together on the roof, right? Sits down, makes a shot, easy shot to make. It's not the most uncomfortable shot in the world, but there is a sightline problem, right? Because the tent, he's sitting under a tent, and the tent's going to be covering when you're at that angle the front of his body, so you only should be able to see from like chest up, right? So he'd had to shoot through the tent to hit where he hit at. There's that problem.
Okay.
All right. So let's say he takes the shot, he hits the shot. 30 caliber rifle at 275 yards with a core lock ammunition. It's gonna go in. It's gonna take out what core locking does.
Well, no, I that's fine. But here's the question. So let's assume you're right, and I'm not opposed to you being right on this.
Let me finish real quick. Like, let's say he leaves the rifle or brings it with him. There's video of him jumping off the roof. You've seen the video, right?
Yep.
No rifle in hand. He didn't take the rifle apart and put it back in his backpack. There's no gun barrel, right?
Mm-hmm.
He jumps off. He's running away at this point. There's no gun barrel stuffed in his pants. He's been able to bend his knees real well. He gets back. He puts the rifle back together when he's away from there, and he leaves the rifle in the bushes on the other side of the road, and then starts texting his friend about it. How does this make sense?
It only might, if it's true, it only makes sense because a lot of the stuff that got reported the instant they found it, and maybe what we're hearing is not actually the way. But assuming what you're saying is what he actually did, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
make
make
sense.
sense.
The other thing I was going to ask, though, that really is the bigger question I have about that. And again, I'm not saying this like I'm pushing back. It wouldn't surprise me if it was staged, but you're not the only guy in the world that knows what a 30 caliber bullet's going to do. So if that's the case, why even lie? If the guy on the roof isn't the one that took the shot, why not give him a proper gun that would match the exit wound, so people like you would not be having that question?
I was about to bring that up too, because I forgot to tell you about that. He shot an 8mm Mauser rifle. That rifle that he has is unique.
Okay.
It's an antique German rifle that was chambered from the factory in 8mm, but it had been rechambered to 30-06.
Okay.
30-06 is an American round. 8mm is a German round.
Okay.
There's very little difference in them,
right?
But it's easier to buy 30-06 in the States, right?
Right. But what I'm saying is, why would they not have the actual gun match the ballistic that they said killed him?
Why would they use that gun at all?
If you're going to stage it, why not come up with a...
You could use the Remington 700 and it had done the shot just as well and not been... I don't know. It's like, but it doesn't look like it doesn't pass the radar for Jordy.
Okay. So here's the other question I have is like, whether the Trump assassination attempt was staged or not, I can understand the political value of it having gone down. A lot of people with his fight, and the perfect camera angle, blah, 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 that got them to say, I like this guy. I want to vote for this guy. He's a tough motherfucker compared to Biden. Okay.
Here's my thought.
Explain to me why they would kill Charlie Kirk. Is it because he was starting to complain about Israel? That's the one thing I hear a lot of.
Right there.
Really?
Right there. Israel controls a large portion of this government. Why do you think we're spending $890 million a day fighting Iran right now?
But I don't even understand why Israel has that kind of influence. I really don't.
The Bible.
The Bible? How?
The Bible. Because like the Bible considers Israel the Holy Land, and that we always should stand with Israel. And like the way that Republicans get voted in the office is a thing called the Southern Strategy. Like they go through and they preach the Southern Bible, and like he's the Southern candidate, he's the Bible candidate, he's the Christian candidate, and that's the Southern strategy. They go through these and get the Bible Belt, and that's how they get in the office. So they have to appease what people from the Bible want to appease, or people are Christians, and Christians want America to stand with Israel. That's why we give them all the money.
Okay, but if that's the case, do you really? If we woke up tomorrow and heard that America, assuming we could, was going to try to take over Israel and annex it and make it part of America, most Americans wouldn't give a shit, right? So if we're so beholden to Israel, why don't we just take over it?
I mean, then we would be an invading force, and the Bible states that
clearly don't care. We do that all the time.
The Bible states no invading force will ever own Israel. Like God won't allow it. So, like, if you did that, it would go against prophecy.
So you really think the number of people that believe the Bible literally have that much control over who gets elected?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that, but I do agree there's certainly a big contingent of evangelicals, but I did not think they were big enough to outflank the vast majority of people that just consider themselves Christians. But
I mean, we can look at it this way. There's only been 5 U.S. presidents that weren't Christians, and they were the very first 5. They were all deists.
Yeah.
Right. And since then, every other president we've had has been a Christian. Every president we probably will have in our lifetime will be a Christian.
They're not really Christian. They just say they're Christian, but they talk the talk.
They talk the talk. They walk the walk. Like Trump's not a Christian, right?
He's course not.
Not a Christian. I was always said I could have deflated Trump's entire campaign with one question. And that question would be like, hey, Trump, I'm a very good Bible. I love the Bible. I love Jesus. I love Psalms. It gives us so much peace in my life. What's your 3 favorite Psalms?
You would not have deflated his campaign because he was literally asked that. They said, yes, they said, what's the passage in the Bible that speaks the most? He says, I like all of them. And the reporter says, yeah, but give us the one that really defines exactly what you're saying. And he's like, no, I can't. They're all so good. He says, it's my second favorite book. My first favorite book is The Art of the Deal.
Yeah.
And he got elected. Nobody cares.
Remember in COVID when he went across the street to get the photo shoot and he held the Bible upside down.
And then they said, is that your Bible? And he says, it's a Bible. Like he didn't have a Bible. I mean, I have a Bible as somebody sent it to me, like Jaffe, read this, but true Christians probably have like, it's probably like a baseball glove. If you're into baseball, it's like their Bible. It's a big deal.
You have a family Bible. You have a big one.
Yeah. But I don't have one as a religious person. I have one because somebody sent it to me and said, said, if you really are interested in reading the Bible, because I've never read it, they said this one you might like because it has a lot of archaeological facts along with the actual Bible. So it kind of ties the stories to actual discovery stories and things like that. Yes, he really said that, K-Nubs. I could find it for you if you want. Heroic says they set up a sniper rifle, paid actor to assassinate, then killed said paid actor. Right. That's exactly what I think happened. Absolutely. Yes.
See, like I look at the Trump assassination as just a poor shooter. Like, I think they didn't care. I think they allowed that guy to get in position. They knew of him, right? Because they shot him. They shot him instantly. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. So yes, either he was a patsy, and they said he didn't put himself up there on his own. They probably had people reach out and said, hey, we're going to help you get position. The cops weren't going to interfere with them. And he was there to be shot. You're absolutely
You ever
right.
shoot a gun with Jaffe?
Yeah, but not like that. Not a.
But it's like, so the fact that to shoot a gun, you can't hold a gun straight because the bullet falls based on gravity right away. So shooting a gun's hard. Shooting
that far, yeah.
Shooting a gun's hard. It's got a lot of fucking math and with it. It's like almost like playing pool. So to tell me that the Navy SEAL sniper was so good, as soon as this guy shot, somebody goes and bang, dead within 3 seconds. Nah, he had him lined up before he took the shot. Yes, he had everything done before. Here's what I thought went wrong. He shot a 5.56. It was actually, I think it was a 223, which is like a cut down 5.56 from a civilian rifle. It's a civilian AR-15. And if the wind catches that bullet, it can tumble a little bit. And I think he shot right and it tumbled and hit him in the ear. Right. And I think that's what happened. I think he fucked up and missed the target, and they had to like hit the dump plant because they want and like this is conspiracy theory. I don't know who did it, but I think somebody wanted him assassinated, and a lot of people in a lot of power were willing to let it happen, and it just didn't happen. So they had to save face.
Well, the reason I think it was staged, there's a lot of reasons, but not the least of which is I was a kid. You weren't alive, I don't think, or if you were, you were just born. Probably not, though, in 81 when Reagan was shot.
Mm-hmm.
And that footage is very easy to find on the internet. And the fact that the minute Ronald Reagan is shot, you blink and you miss seeing him again because he is whisked away and surrounded by like a Spartan phalanx, or however you say it, into that limo. And that limo is driving off to the hospital within seconds. And now I get he is a former president and he is the front runner for being the president again. He's got Secret Service. And the guy gets shot at, and the Secret Service doesn't just keep him there, but they allow him to stand back up in front of the podium. If you look at it, it wasn't like they were circling him. Somebody had just tried to kill the former president, the probable future president, and you're going to leave an 80-degree opening to his front after you've just lifted him off the ground.
Come on. I don't know if you know, there's like a 5'4" woman as one of his bodyguards.
Yeah, sure. That doesn't help, but I'm saying,
I mean, she was one that runs around him. It's like, okay, what are you supposed to do?
Right. But I'm just saying there is the idea that you're not going to protect him entirely. You're going to let him get up and have an opening,
raise his fist and have a photo op.
Talk to the crowd. Come on. I mean, that's
I bring the woman up. I know you think it's being sexist, but no, it's like,
well, no, I bring it up only because I think it was enough of a conspiracy. Could they have also said, let's put some shitty agents with him? Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that wasn't the problem, unless you're saying that, like you said, that you knew they were going to do it. And maybe it just went bad and they put her there so she couldn't stop the bad guy. I don't know. But you have to agree, regardless, it doesn't seem kosher, the official explanation.
No, it's not some young kid didn't like Trump and wanted to go up there and fix him out. Like, because look at the second one. The second one was a guy like duct taped a flashlight to like an AK-47 or some shit like that on the golf course. Like, he was thwarted instantly.
Yes.
And this guy, all he did was like carry an AR-15 strapped to his back and climbed a ladder onto a building in an open situation. Like, you ever been to a Trump event? There's a lot of security at a Trump event. We had Keem sent me and Boogie out to one wearing like white men for Harris t-shirts.
Oh no.
Okay. like there's a lot. They have internet jammers out there. You can't, we learned that when we got there because we were going to like live stream it. You can't live stream them.
Well, that seems probably against the First Amendment, actually.
Right, but they have internet jammers. That's what they do.
It's not. Are you part of the government when you're running for president and you're using federal funds to protect yourself? If Trump personally paid for the internet jammers, I guess I'd be okay with it. But if the government paid for them, that seems to be a violation of the First Amendment.
Well, there was internet jammers there because you couldn't call in or call out. You couldn't go on the internet. Nothing.
Okay, interesting.
And he broke FAA rules because he took the big jumbo jet he flies in on that says Trump on the side of it. He goes right over the crowd. Goes, everybody's like, USA, USA.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
No, this is the one I went to. And this is Nashville, North Carolina.
I remember seeing. I wasn't there. I didn't go to any Trump rally. I'm saying I remember seeing Air Force One you're talking about flying really low.
No. This is the Trump jet. This is when he was.
That's what whatever he flew in, but it said like Trump on it in gold letters or something. It was a big plane.
The big blue letters. Yeah.
He
flew close enough you could see the plane and read the side of it over our heads.
Yeah.
And it's like, that doesn't seem safe, you know.
But he's a man of the people. He loves the common man. Why would he run the risk of hurting them for a photo op? Come on, Jordy. Have some faith. All right, listen, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm fried. But it's always fun to talk to you, whether it's here, whether it's on Locale Crypt, wherever I see you. Thank you for spending some time with me, man, and talking with the audience. I appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
All right, man. There he goes, folks. The very one, the very only Wings of Redemption. Always good to talk to him. He's a good egg. I hope things go better for him. I hope he gets therapy. And I hope people, I don't mind trolls here and there, but, geez, let the man make a goddamn living. What's the matter with you? He's not a pedophile. He's not. Don't be a jerk. Listen to this. I'm back tomorrow live, Locale Crypt, 9 a.m. California time. And then we're doing a proper Gabbin and Games tomorrow, which is not call-ins and stuff. It's, game news, game discussions. And coming up this weekend, we are going to be doing the Retro Game Live, the Retro Gaming Treasure Live, which is a box of 3 to 5 video games that they send you. Retro games going all the way back to the Atari, depending on what systems you want them for, that is totally handpicked for the games and the kind of games you love. They won't send you things you already own. Every game is guaranteed to work. You can find information about them at the bottom of this chat. However, coming up Saturday or Sunday or Monday, I will be streaming the 4 games I got in box number 1. that were all games that inspired the original God of War, and not the big hitters. I didn't want them to send me the obvious like Eco and Devil May Cry. So we're going to be doing some streaming of Rygar, The Legendary Adventure, one of the worst games of the PS2 generation. This inspired us. Godai Elemental Force. Onimusha 3, which scared the shit out of the team because it was so goddamn good. And Lord of the Rings of Two Towers. I'll walk through these games and explain to you how they affected God of War over the weekend. Thank you, Retro Game Treasures. I appreciate it. Check them out down below. Appreciate it. If you give them a little bit of look at their business, it's pretty fucking cool and they're good people. My dear delightful friends, thank you. Jordy, thank you. All the other call-ins, thank you. And that's all we got. We will see you hopefully in the future. Until then, where's my mouse? There it is. Come on now. Until then, my friends, be well, be safe out there in the big bad world, and I'll see you soon. Bye.